eventually.
What's up, pussies?
You don't get rocked. A bit closer.
Video games. I've tasted. Because they're like not overly sour cream and oniony. They're subtle.
So what would you say the biggest flavor is? Just chip? Potato?
Love.
Plus those things are the way less calories than like any regular potato chip for some reason.
Because they're baked, not
That's
fried.
why I got them, because I love you guys and I love your calorie intake.
Things, Gina. Thanks, pussy. All right, hey guys. Yeah, that sounds great.
Why don't we like rebranded the word pussy to mean like a good thing? It was cool.
What?
The word pussy. What's up, my pussy? Like make it sound like a good thing. Like, it seems kind of weird that like.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, the guy's calling.
And that makes sense because pussy's so wonderful.
Yeah, that's what. Like the same guy who calls someone a pussy also is chasing that pussy.
Right.
So the fact that he's like calling someone like it's a bad thing,
right.
But also you like it, so it's what your biggest motivation in life is. So the fact that you call someone
is to get that pussy.
Especially that weightlifting pussy.
Oh my god, that video.
What?
Oh yeah, I'll show it to you afterwards, or we'll talk about it on the podcast. Oh yeah.
These are good.
Aren't they good?
I'm not normally a potato chip guy. These are good.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for bringing them.
You told me to bring chips. Or something. I
Say
don't know.
cash, or snacks, or kisses.
Oh yeah.
Or anything. Literally anything.
Okay. Because I did not bring the cash and I did not bring the kisses.
Fuck. Well, I mean, I feel like kisses could still happen.
That's true. Come with cash.
Yeah, so night's still young.
Oh, fuck yeah, guys. You know what I mean?
Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Fuck yeah.
Nah, mean.
Fuck yeah, hey!
Did you guys notice that after last week when we talked about Chris Pratt's Instagram photo and
it blew up?
It just got so big. I feel like we were on the forefront of that.
Yeah, we shared that. We talked about it before anyone shared it, but it's still a great fucking post. And he was in Atlanta when he did it.
Yeah, he was. Josh, are you? Chris? What are these two comments?
Hey, LK has joined us. Hello, RK. Long time no see. Welcome.
LK. Wait. Okay. When did that person? When?
LKRJC.
Oh yeah.
Send us an email.
Welcome.
Big fan of LKRJ.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
So say we all.
So say we all.
Are we recording?
Are we live? I mean, not live.
I mean, we're live on the video, but are we live on the audio?
Are we audio live?
Are we audio live?
Are we live audio?
Hey guys!
Hey guys!
Hey guys!
That is super clippy.
Oh.
we be clippy. Let me just change.
We be clipping.
Oh yeah, I forgot that sound was not good.
Yeah,
No,
we hate
please
that.
stop.
I liked it last episode.
I'll do it away from the mic.
There you go.
Getting that bun.
Bunning up with my little mini bun.
Mini bun. Hey guys!
Hey guys!
Hey guys!
Hey guys, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Probably Sounds Awful podcast.
Welcome!
Episode
Take one of intro.
17.
17 friggin' apps.
I am one of your hosts, Leo Albert Kovalik Jr.
I am 17 of your hosts, Joshua David Patton.
I am host number 3, and my name is Brian.
Hi, Brian. Hi, Josh.
Hello.
Hi, Leo.
Hi. So you can find us on Twitter at normally_norm. You can email us, like we got an email this week we're about ready to read.
Oh, snap.
You mean like 1,000, but we're just going to read this one.
Right.
Oh,
This is the best of all.
right. Normally, normalcrew@gmail.com, or check out the website, www.normallynormal.com.
We love that website.
So, without further ado, we're going to jump into the email this week. This email comes from our Glover.
It does!
Lauren.
I glove her so much.
Hi, Glover. So I'm going to read the email and her email address. No, I'm not.
Make sure to discuss her social security number in its entirety.
Of course. From Lauren to Normally Normal. Hi. I think Leo and Brian would both benefit from an over-the-counter nasal spray.
Interesting.
You should try Flonase. Use it once daily, every day. Do not skip a day. I was just screaming, in parentheses. Both of you sound like your noses are stuffed. Not only will you be able to breathe better, but you'll all be able to taste delicious treats a lot better too. If you clear your nose, I will send you a box of delicious treats. If you don't clear your nose, I might still send a box of delicious treats. But you will be so sad when you can't taste any of it. The choice is yours. Sometimes the hardest choice is the right choice. When I was little, I remember getting so depressed when I realized I had 2 nostrils and not 2 noses. Okay, bye, Glover.
So I would not benefit from the nasal.
Mm-hmm.
From the nasal spray.
I don't get it.
I have a question. Does she mention that she's referring to any particular episode that she listened to?
No. So
I mean, there was an episode or two when we were sick, whether it was me or you or Josh. By the way, Josh was definitely sick for one, and he sounded like shit.
I was like, I was sick.
I think we all were.
I had a 24-hour AIDS.
And then I've been a little bit self-conscious, and I went back and kind of listened to one of them, and I do sound like a little bit congested.
Yeah.
But also, I think it's just the way that I'm talking up on this mic, hunched over.
Up on it.
And also, just...
Girl, I'm not congested.
Yeah,
I'm just talking up on that mic.
Yeah.
I would like to say that she could send us an email that just said, fuck you, you're fucking monsters.
Boom.
I hope you get hit by a semi at the same time, and I'll laugh all the way to the bank, even though that makes no sense.
Who's getting paid for our deaths?
I'm not, apparently Lauren in this scenario, and I would still just love her and beg her to let me, cuddle her.
So if she comes to me and says, Leo, I want to take a life insurance policy out on you.
Right.
And I'll be like, whoa, so I should be curious is what you're saying now?
At 100%.
Not before, but if she approached me randomly.
Yeah. Don't be weird now, but if she says something to you about life insurance, I would step back and put up a wall of defense.
Okay, because possible
murder plans.
Okay.
But that's just me.
There's really not much in the world that I think I would despise more than a Glover of mine planning my murder behind my back.
It's like there's all.
I guess all murders are planned behind people's back because you got
third degree murders that just like happen, or first degree. One of them is like it was premeditated, and the other one's just like I just decided just this second.
Okay.
I mean, third-degree murder is if you murder someone with third-degree burns.
Oh.
That's true. So I must be thinking about something a second degree.
That's also like super dick murder. Like, come on, dude. The guy's
don't burn somebody to death. That hurt.
And then just degree murder is if you murder someone with a stick of deodorant.
How do you just hit him like enough times in the temple or something? Or
I mean, I guess. I mean, you just shove it down their mouth.
Yeah, but would that kill them?
If enough of it did.
That's true. You just keep putting sticks of deodorant down their mouth until they can't breathe or speak or.
I've never eaten deodorant, but I've eaten chapstick before in my life.
You've chewed it up and swallowed it?
When I was probably 8 or 9, I was over my not stepdad yet, but his house in Dale City.
Like they were just
shout out to Dale City. They were just dating.
Step dating.
DC. Gross. I know what that means.
Courtship.
But I remember getting something from Christmas, like a little chocolate thing of chapstick.
Yeah.
And I just saw chocolate on it. I don't know what the hell it was. And I was like,
I'm going to eat that.
I'm going to eat that. And I took a bite of it, and I was like, because obviously it's chapstick and gross. And then I blamed it on the cat that they had.
Would you say that that's the weirdest thing you've eaten?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we were talking about this. Maybe a crayon. But we're talking younger. We're talking,
I still don't understand that some people call crayon crown, but whatever.
Yeah, maybe like something like that, like when I was super younger, but I don't really remember that whatsoever.
Do you have any memory of like a weird thing you ate?
I mean...
Or take that back. Do you have any memory?
Do you
No, I
have
have
Josh?
memories.
Quick question.
Well, my name is Josh. My name is Josh.
Your name is Josh.
Oh, cool.
I am your
father?
I am your father.
Hi.
It's me, and you owe me a lot of money.
Hello.
Are you supposed to be providing for me?
No.
Oh, I
You
guess I
forgot how
fathers
relationships work.
I guess the weirdest like non-food thing I've eaten. When I was a kid, I tried like my dog's like dog treats. See what those were like.
Yeah.
They're alright. I mean, I can see why you liked it. I wasn't a big fan, but I was like, I get the
You
deal.
can see why your dog would like it though.
But I remember when I was in middle school, kids used to pay me to eat gross things.
Really?
Yeah, they would like mix up like lunch food, all kinds of nasty stuff, just mush it all up,
Yeah.
and then I would eat it, and they would just like slide money down the table.
Yeah,
and I knew I would get, and like the more of like a show I made of it, because
Right.
it really tasted fine. It was
No,
not
you gotta
that
make
gross.
it seem
But
like
the more
worst thing
grossed
ever.
out I appeared, the more money would just come sliding down the table, and I would make bank.
Josh learned at a very young age how to work people.
Yeah, I did.
Well done.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you think is the worst thing?
Yeah, do you remember like a certain mashing of different
I
ingredients
remember-
together?
Because if we're
Pizza-
talking like cafeteria.
And it's all school cafeteria food, which by itself is really gross. And I was a picky eater as a kid, so part of me did not like it. But I think that
School
like,
pizza was
School pizza
the
was
worst,
horrible.
but
it was the biggest
loved
insult
it.
to pizza.
But I loved it.
Anything
Even
you've ever
hold on, even a bigger insult than 7-Eleven pizza.
I would, yeah,
I'd say so.
because it wasn't even pizza.
Yeah, you might be
I
right.
mean, one, it's
I'd say
a
so.
rectangle, so what the hell's that?
Yeah.
The actual, the whole
All
thing.
crust.
Actually, I like when pizzas are cut into squares though. But
Yeah, see, but that's not
Get
a
outta here.
rectangle. This
Get
is
outta
a
here.
rectangle's
big old
different.
rectangle, and there was no crust. It was just this. It honestly
Yeah.
was a very. It was the school pizza when I was a kid was essentially a pounded thin piece of lasagna.
Yeah.
Like, that was the texture. It was like
Yeah.
soft, like flat pasta.
Yeah.
It was not a crust. It was not on bread. It was a big joke, and it was a cruel one at that.
It's a you guys ready? Are you guys ready for me to date myself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
You
waiting for
mean
this.
like
This big
you
reality
should
show.
take yourself out on a date?
I remember in Sangster Elementary,
Sankster?
the year we walked into the school cafeteria, maybe for the first time, and there were milk pouches,
Whoa.
Like a bag of milk?
like a bag of milk instead of cartons. Do you guys remember this?
No.
I don't.
Maybe we were some hippy dippy like
I mean,
trial
we were too
school
busy
for it.
square dancing.
Yeah,
Was the point to was that better somehow?
to get rid of cardboard. Yeah, so it was
But
literally
more plastic?
it would
Interesting.
it would just be
was made of metal.
literally a sack of milk.
The
So you
metal
get
bag.
you're getting your 1%, your 2%, like a sack of milk.
was chocolate.
Sack of
And then
milk.
you could put the straw in anywhere because it was
And you just stab it with the
Yeah.
straw. I'm not kidding. I think we had that in my school too.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Those are called water balloons filled with milk.
No. No.
yeah, because I remember that being like
Would those
maybe
be called milk
third,
balloons?
fourth.
Pre-moons.
Yeah, maybe they just become milk balloons.
balloons.
Let's have a milk balloon fight.
Ooh.
That
See how
sounds
well
so
that goes.
terrible.
But then,
That sounds
but then like we'll like fill the balloons and then we'll like other things will come up in our lives. We'll have to
Yeah.
do that first and we'll come back and then like when they explode, it's
Well, yeah, you have to prioritize.
spoiled milk
You
balloons.
can't just go around throwing milk at each other if you have other more important things to do.
Let's have a helium balloon fight, but like you have to go in space and see if you can get by them.
Anything.
Oh,
Fine, no problem. You can tell me to do anything, and if
Boy.
it's in space, I'll do it.
Kiss me in space.
Done.
Yay!
oh wow, you two, ladies and gentlemen, the courtship.
Thanks,
You're
Dad.
hearing it. Oh wow, hearing it here first.
This is what dads do.
So I'm gonna jump right into a topic because I'm super excited. to
Thank
talk
you for
about
the
it.
email, Lauren.
Yes, Glover. Thank you.
I guess I sound perfect.
I think by now also Leo and I also sound great. I
Yeah.
feel fine, and I think I
would
sound
love
beautiful.
a package of treats though.
To-
Yeah, send it on over.
To all the
I'll steal it.
the other
Brian's gonna
people
steal it, yep.
who emailed in,
Yell at
and
James.
we didn't read those. I apologize.
Yeah, listen, we can only read one an episode, and so
Yeah.
we'll get to your.
It's in
the
our
thousands
contract.
of
Yeah.
The other ones.
It's
Yeah.
in the bylines of our contract that we wrote ourselves.
We have bylines, you dummies.
So
Bylines.
I wanted to talk about forgotten like favorite movies.
Nice.
All right.
I like this.
So I have a couple written down.
Okay.
And I might try to bump on the IMDb and read the synopsis if you guys, don't remember this movie that I'm talking about from me just kind of describing it.
Okay. Wait, you're not going to say the title of it? You're just going to talk about it, and then we have to guess, and one of us wins and one of us dies.
I mean, we could kind
we
of have
both
it a
die?
fun game, but also.
But also no more games.
I guess we'll talk about this movie. This movie was about a kid.
The kid. Starring Bruce Willis.
Okay, no, all right. So this movie was about a kid who, I believe it was like in a San Diego town, had a really great family, a couple sisters, couple brothers, very happy parents. And he heard a noise, and I believe he was 8 years old when this happened, and he walked into the woods and was never seen from again until another 8 years had passed. And he showed up and completely the same age, completely nothing had changed.
And this is a movie from when you were a kid?
This is this is a movie that when I was a kid, but also like it's pretty. I hope it would be pretty popular for other people.
I'm sure.
Live action?
It begins and ends with frisbee throwing of dog parks. Like in the dog park, they have like this really, the dog that wins the championship, and it's like the opening of that, and he gets, the building relationship with the kid and the dog. And then he goes on to
Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers.
Nope, he goes on to have when I was a kid. When I was a kid, yeah, 2000. When I was a kid, I absolutely loved this movie because it ingrained everything that I love now as an adult. The special effects were super great, and I love the voice of his. I'm not going to say captor because it was that's not what it was. But now
is this some sort of creepy kidnapping movie?
No. And his family's been looking for him, but he's really just been out having a super great time, and he's been in. Long story short, this is dumb. Nobody's going to know.
Yeah, just say it.
Flight of the Navigator.
I was going to guess it.
Oh, actually, that sounds familiar, but I would have to watch it to remember it.
Oh my God, I believe that was 1985. So yeah, it was a year after I was born.
So you were watching this as a 1-year-old?
Yep, it was. Yep, because you're not allowed to watch movies once their year passes.
That's true, and everybody knows
if you don't see a movie opening weekend, that's it.
So yeah, Flight of the Navigator.
Pee Wee Herman's in it.
Pee Wee Herman is the main voice of the. Oh, here we go! And they're in that like ship, and the special effects for a Walt Disney movie in 1985 are crazy. Brian is looking it up on IMDb right now. Brian, read the plot synopsis for.
Give us the plot synopsis.
In 1978, a boy is moved 8 years into the future and has an adventure with the alien ship that is responsible for that.
Yep.
That is such a stupid plotline.
That's about right.
But that's just what like somebody put on IMDb.
So.
Whoa, Sarah Jessica Parker's in it too.
The cast is crazy, but it's also because it was so. And like I think the main kid. Grew up to do a couple other things and then quit acting, but man, he was so good in that.
You talking about Joey Kramer?
Yep, and then Pee Wee Herman, his voice was just killer. It was so funny. It was like pop culture. It was, and the only thing was he was like a glowing kind of like eyeball inside the ship. And
got it,
man. And the military obviously was back after the ship because the ship escaped from their facility. They didn't know how to turn it on. The kid turned it on.
I would love to watch this.
When is the last time you have seen this movie?
Maybe.
1986, so you could only watch it.
Maybe sometime in Chicago I saw it. So
really?
Like 5 years ago.
How did you feel when watching it then?
Loved it.
Oh wow,
Loved it.
That's like the thing. Like, do things hold up? And also like
your memory of them, is it really? All right.
And like I've seen a big debate about like certain like movies. Like if you didn't see it as a kid and it wasn't a part of like your sentimental childhood growing up, and if you were to watch that type of movie for your first time as an adult, would you care at all? And the biggest one I've seen have debate about this is the movie Hook.
Oh.
I grew up watching Hook.
Oh,
loved Hook, and could quote the whole thing. And there was like this thing a while back about people who never watched Hook as a kid, had never seen it, and were watching it as adults, and like, this is awful.
Yeah.
And like,
can you really say Hook is awful?
Spielberg does. Spielberg like acts like it never existed.
Really?
Yeah. But so that's the thing, is like, is that movie good because it's so ingrained with growing up, or is it just actually not a bad movie?
That's almost impossible to judge because you would have
because you have to be a kid to like truly appreciate a kid movie,
to really soak that in, and it's almost like is this
like any kid movie is almost that way, except for like some Pixar stuff because like the subject matter and humor is aimed at adults, but like any movie that's like we're making this for kids, like I feel like that's a valid argument because like you have to be a kid because that's the target audience,
like the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. Like I'll watch that every single Christmas because it's if it's around because it's so dumbly good, but I remember like as a kid it brings back those memories from that time.
And then if we had kids watching whatever movies come out when they're kids, would have a totally different like impact and feeling because
Yeah.
like you're watching that kid like light up at whatever stupid things are happening on the screen.
Or when Frozen, like obviously Frozen's gonna be a movie like that for like 30 years from now. Kids are like, oh my god, Frozen! Remember that when we were younger and Let It Go and that whole thing. But
Those kids would be like early mid-20s having some party. They'll be singing "Let It Go" like ironically, like, oh, it's a retro.
yeah, wow. I actually, it is crazy to think that this is going to be like you just impossible to answer because you can't not know how you feel about that movie again. You can't. It would be
Yes, right. There's no way you can unwatch it and then just watch
it'd be
it again.
so
I
interesting.
mean, I can't because I have lost all my memories.
Well, yeah.
It'd be so interesting to go back into one of these movies with just a fresh slate and to see what Hook would be like.
To see like, oh my god, this is so cheesy. Or would you still be like, oh, this is fun?
We should probably at some
Never
point
food.
have us watch one of these movies that we're all bringing to the
We
table.
should try to watch one that like some of us have not seen.
Yeah.
And other of us, it's like if you like. I remember seeing parts of Flight of the Navigator like on TV. I don't think I ever watched the whole thing.
So
It
good.
definitely not a movie that I could. I knew it was something about a kid in a spaceship. And that's
Yeah.
all I really knew. So that would be a movie that I feel like I would have the perspective
Yeah, that would actually be a good
of
one
an
for me to
adult
watch, too.
watching fresh versus you watching it when it's like part of your childhood.
Why don't we do that actually?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Leo loves it and knows it already, and would, I'm sure love to see it again.
I would
you
love
and
to
I,
see it. $3 on Amazon.
Oh, nice.
Rent it or
$3 on-
buy?
Rent, actually, maybe buy.
If
Whoa.
free if Prime, if I'm a Prime member.
No, I don't think so.
Well, never mind. Fuck that.
I know, right?
only
I know,
watch
right?
Movies for free.
Do you guys? Because Hook is definitely one that is, I wouldn't say forgotten.
No, I don't think
People
that
love
can
it.
fit into this category.
So, like-
but a forgotten. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a forgotten one from my childhood.
Josh, real quick, I know that because of the amnesia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
You
movies.
don't know a lot of stuff, but actually, every time I need a beer, you always get it for me.
Do I?
Oh,
And how do I know when you need one?
Oh, I say, hey Josh, I need a beer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Have you said that?
just said it right now.
Oh, that. So the example was also a real one.
Yeah, no matter, even if it's an example, if the words are uttered into the reality of this world,
Mhm.
then I said it.
Do I also, in addition, get a loving pat on my bum?
Yes,
Great.
100%.
Oh,
wow!
Every single
I think your memory might be coming back if that's
Yeah,
also
how
true.
did you know that?
That's the only thing I can remember.
Oh
Just that
my-
you get soft, gentle bum pats.
Yep.
From your BFFs, totally normal things.
So I didn't mean to, I know that you have to answer the movie question and everything. I just wanted
But
to
what
make
about you,
sure
Brian?
that- Yeah.
Now that he's gone.
I actually do have
Different
one.
dimension.
As soon as you said that, it popped into my brain piece because I was just thinking about it for some reason. There's a really funny movie, a documentary called American Movie. Have either of you seen that?
American movie?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Hmm.
And this is also from when you were a kid?
No.
Oh, well, maybe I have. Maybe I haven't.
I'm gonna say no. I'm struggling to
What?
think.
I couldn't. I mean, I guess maybe
Is it a comedy?
early 2000s. Yeah. It's about these two dudes from like Minnesota or something who want to make this movie, and somebody, whoever eventually made the documentary about it found out about it, and so they documented these two guys
Whoa.
making this movie, and it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And because it's just these two real people, but they're such characters that they're just the most entertaining to watch. Honestly, if you've never seen it, you two, my co-hosts, and anybody listening to this, please watch American Movie.
American
It's
movie.
so funny.
I looked it up on IMDb, and the thumbnail does look familiar to me. Like I've seen that, like on the rental shelf.
Oh,
Is it?
right, okay.
I would like
Yeah,
to see it.
I
Everyone
remember.
look up American movie on. It look very. Very familiar to me. Josh just showed me
The synopsis,
cover.
the plot synopsis. Documentary about an aspiring completing the low-budget horror film he abandoned years before.
And it's the type of thing like
Is the whole thing in black and white?
No,
Or is that
I
their
don't,
movie?
I don't
Okay,
think
like
so.
the cover
I think maybe
photo.
their movies in black and white.
Gotcha. Because the one's just like shot from the movies in black and white.
Right.
Oh,
And if you just look at the cover of the DVD, and just look at these two guys, you just laugh already. I
Yeah.
mean, they're just so it's like they're characters that somebody wrote, but they're just real people.
Like real life Napoleon Dynamite people.
Yes, so in a way, sort of, yeah. It's so damn, and it just popped in my brain the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, I used to
I would
love
love to see that.
So far we're gonna watch American Movie and
Okay.
Flight of the Navigator.
Flight of the Navigator.
And maybe whatever Josh is gonna say. Also, Josh, thank you for my beer.
I'm still awaiting my loving pat on the bum.
There's no rule on when you get
Oh, it could be years from now.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Before Josh goes, I have another one just because I
Good,
watched
I'm
it
still thinking.
an hour ago. Not an hour ago,
You
a
just
year
finished
ago.
one.
I'm sorry.
I was like, what?
Those are so far
different.
apart.
So
An
different.
hour and a year.
Yeah, I was thinking way far ahead. So I watched this about a year ago. I got it. It was one of my last movies via Netflix before I
Rest in
canceled
peace,
to disc out. Rest in
Netflix.
police.
Rest in police.
Rest in police. Just rest inside some police station. No, I canceled my disc version of Netflix, and this was my last one. It was called My Science Project. This is a forgotten movie. This was from, I believe,
Science
1984.
Not Weird Science.
Not Weird
It's
Science.
Fantastic.
This is Weird Science is great. That's not forgotten.
Right.
My Science
True.
Project is a movie that I think a lot of people overlooked. It's hilarious. It's of the time, meaning there are some really like iffy things that they say now and that we would not get away with.
I'm guessing homophobic things.
Yep.
That was very common in movie vernacular to like throw those slangs.
Oh yeah! Oh my
around.
God! Watch like an old movie or even old TV shows,
Yep.
and you're just like, oh yeah, right. None of this would fly right now.
Yep.
Yeah, this is all horrible.
All really bad. My Science Project was about a kid who was a super cool like greaser dude.
Yeah.
And his friend is very recognizable. His like BFF. But it's like a cool greaser dude, knows how to fix things. But in science class, his teacher's always riding him. His teacher is Dennis. If you're looking at it, or were you looking at
Dennis?
it?
Oh.
No, Hopper. Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper's in My Science Project?
Dennis Hopper is the kind of like.
Oh yeah, there he is. His name's Bob Roberts.
Yeah, so at first he's like a super strict guy to this guy because he knows he's not living up to his potential. The kid.
Is Dennis Hopper dead? He is.
Yes.
Rest in
Police.
Rest in police. Dennis.
Rest in peace, Bowser. So the kid, it's like, oh crap, I need to do something. Goes to like an undercover, like forgotten military base. Is looking around like through some parts, falls into a hole, finds.
Are you explaining the movie right now?
Yes.
Okay. I have the IMDb.
Yeah, read that.
I just want to make, because since we did it for the other two.
Read the synopsis.
A high school student and his friend find a strange orb-like piece of equipment to use as a science project.
Which, by the way, this orb-like thing is literally just those super things, those popular things from like the '80s, where it was just like lightning popping out and you
you touch it.
That's the cool-looking orb. It's just that.
Sweet.
Well done, props department.
Yeah.
So they find this and use it as a science project, but must stop it when it begins to threaten mankind.
Yep.
Wow.
So it starts. The more they use it, the more they realize it's opening like alternate dimensions. Through past, present, future, and alternate dimensions, where like dinosaurs are coming in, and Genghis Khan, and like they're opening up all these things, and it's kind of a comedy because what they're doing is just absolutely ridiculous. His like their friend, like the skeezy kind of friend, is awesome.
It was listed as action adventure comedy.
Yeah, there you go. Like. A kid of the 70s, and it's hilarious, and it's a great movie, but it's just of its time. So if you go back and watch it, just remember a lot of those things will absolutely not fly today.
Right.
Highly recommend it. It's one of those movies that I remember, like I think my stepbrother showed me when I was younger, and I was like, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
An 80s movie. Fantastic 80s movie.
Nice. I'm trying to think. I feel like some of my movies that are coming to my mind aren't necessarily forgotten. But I guess
we're gonna want to go ahead
popular.
And keep it in there.
Keep it forgotten.
I think.
Okay.
I mean, based on what Leo said.
Cool. I mean, I guess if I want to talk, I will have to bend some rules.
Got it. Okay.
Because I don't have a legit. And I remember liking animated feature films that weren't Disney ones that obviously weren't as popular with kids. I never saw them in theaters. I saw them on VHS.
5 Goes West.
Yeah, I liked those.
Ooh, yeah.
I liked Fern Gully.
Okay.
Robin Williams as Batty.
I had that VHS sitting in my
Rest
parents'
in
house.
police, by the way.
Rest in police.
Rest in police, Robin.
I had that VHS sitting in my parents' basement. Never watched that movie.
Never watched it?
Never watched it.
Oh, that'd be a good one then. Because I remember watching that movie and really liking it. Fern Gully.
He remembers, by the way.
And then I remember liking We're Back. It's a bunch of dinosaurs who can talk. And
cool.
They're in present day.
I like that.
And then I also liked like the Disney movies that weren't like the big epic Disney movies like Beauty and the Beast and all that stuff like that. Like I like the Goofy movie a lot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just sort of like the Disney side projects. And then live action stuff, I always liked things that involved martial arts. Like I really liked Three Ninjas.
Three Ninjas is so good.
So great. And I like
real big fan.
I
of
even
Three
like
Ninjas.
Surf Ninjas, which I have not seen the movie since I was a kid, but I will like 99.9% guarantee that movie does not hold up. But I remember loving Surf Ninjas as a kid too.
Oh my! It absolutely.
Moto surf.
I promise you that when in the beginning of the movie, one kid plays Game Gear the entire time.
I got a Game Gear for like birthday / Christmas because of that movie, and played the Surf Ninjas game.
Oh boy, I don't think I ever played the Surf Ninjas game. You know what? For some reason, I don't know why, but you said Surf Ninjas and Three Ninjas.
Do you have the synopsis?
Yeah,
I'm excited.
And I
to
just haven't heard of Three Ninjas in so long, and I just remember loving that movie.
Remember Rocky loves Emily.
Yeah, nice. This is pretty good. Each year, three brothers, Samuel, Jeffrey, and Michael Douglas, visit their grandfather, Mori Tanaka, for the summer. Mori is highly skilled in ninjutsu, is the word. That might be misspelled.
Trying to say ninjutsu?
I think so. And for years, he has trained the boys in his techniques. After an organized crime ring proves to be too much for the FBI, it's time for the Three Ninja Brothers.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's really good.
So the FBI can't handle this. So three young kids.
We better get these kids involved.
Yeah, they had different colored gis.
Yeah,
and different colored face masks. And Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum.
I would love to watch this movie again in particular.
I will say, as a kid,
Surf Ninjas or Three Ninjas?
Three Ninjas.
I would watch the sequels, and those got progressively worse. Even
Knuckle
as a
up
kid,
and kick back, sure.
Even as a kid, like I was like, I don't want to see these anymore because they're ruining how much I enjoyed the first one.
Yeah.
Especially because they would replace the actors. It was like different kids, like being the brothers. Like, oh, screw this.
I remember I remember the big bad in Three Ninjas was pretty intense looking. I remember as a kid being like scared of like that big guy who was who they had to fight at the end.
The big bad in Surf Ninjas was Leslie Nielsen.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Or maybe it was like his
Once
top
again,
henchman or
rest in
something.
police. My God, we were talking about so many dead people.
Well, I
in
guess
this
when we go back to some of these '80s movies that we're so familiar with, that's going to happen.
I guess that's true.
I wouldn't say this is necessarily forgotten, but it just came to mind, and I love this movie. It's so dumb. Universal Soldier.
Universal Soldier is amazing.
Oh,
Classic Van Damme.
man.
Plus Dolph Lundgren, who is such a beast.
Yep.
That was
I
another one that I
love
think
that
I
movie.
just saw bits and pieces like on TBS.
Oh my
But never
God.
saw the whole thing all the way through.
Dolph Lundgren takes ears from his enemies and makes like a
necklace out of it. Right?
out of it.
Sweet.
And
Dolph.
it's some classic Dolph Lundgren moment. Holds it up to him and goes, "Hello," and like speaks into the ears, and I'm just like, "Yep, that's Dolph, all right."
Somebody mentioned
That's
some
my
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Oh, Sudden Death. Remember Sudden Death? Where there
we
was
had twin?
no, that was Double Impact.
Thank you.
No, I'm sorry. Double Impact was with Dennis Rodman, I think. But there was another one called Double something, and it was two of them.
Yeah.
Maybe Double Impact.
They were
was
separated
the
at birth.
twin, and the Dennis Rodman one was something else. There was a movie that starred. The two stars were Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dennis Rodman, and it was good.
I'm pretty sure that's
No, but Sudden Death is when there was like the terrorists were gonna like blow up a bomb after the hockey match.
game. Yep.
Yeah, hockey match. It's a game. That was good. I just love those Van Damme movies. Are so good,
Oh
man.
my
Lionheart, fucking obviously Bloodsport and Kickboxer.
Bloodsport. Here's a little random Van Damme trivia for you.
Give it to me.
He was the original person under the Predator costume.
Really?
And then, like once they kind of started filming, they totally nixed him because he wanted more face time.
He wanted to
his
rip off
face.
his Predator mask
Yeah.
and show his face.
Yeah, he thought once he saw the final design and covered him up entirely, he was
Yeah.
like, no.
Well, I mean, that's good. Good for him.
Pretty
He's
awesome.
a movie star, okay?
Are you ready for the title of the movie with Dennis Rodman and Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Okay.
Is it Double Trouble?
Closer.
Does it rhyme?
No.
I get him.
But Double Team.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Double Team.
Nicely done.
Okay, and you're right. Double Impact then I think was the one where
His long-lost
it was
twin.
him, yeah, and like one was the bad boy with
Yep.
the black tank top and the slick back hair.
Yep.
God, that was a good era of movies.
Hell
those Van
yeah,
Damme
it was.
movies.
Now
Holy
this one,
smokes.
this was another one that I thought of and I wrote down. I don't think it's necessarily forgotten, from at least like us. But if you guys haven't seen this movie, we're turning this podcast off right now.
All right, so listeners and viewers, just get prepared. This might end immediately and suddenly.
All right, Better Off Dead.
That actually sounds really familiar.
Holy smokes! The fact that you guys don't immediately know what it is.
Better Off Dead.
John Cusack is super into the new girl that moves like across the street. His brother.
I have not seen it.
Oh my!
I know this poster or the cover of the video. I remember seeing that on the shelf.
His brother. They're constantly making fun of their brother for cutting off cereal box tops so that he's like sending away.
Oh yeah, but he's got the sunglasses and the yeah.
Have you seen that movie though? Better Off Dead has some of the like the.
I think so, but I honestly would love. We should keep track of all these we're talking about.
Yeah.
And watch them, no joke, because they're probably really good, and I want to watch them again. Yo, this is going to make you real happy. There's an actor in Better Off Dead named Scooter.
Yo! Read the synopsis for that, because I'm curious what they say. There's also some pretty stereotypical things.
And again, these synopses are coming from just my IMDb app, and they are user submitted. So the one that for Better Off Dead on the homepage, main page on my IMDb says, a teenager has to deal with his girlfriend dumping him among family crises, homicidal paperboys, and a rival skier.
Yep.
I gotta say, that sounds hilarious.
Guys, sudden impact again.
But seriously, let's watch Sudden Impact.
Yeah, let's watch Double Impact.
Sudden Death.
But the movie is just chock full of like 80s everything. Like, it's so good, and it's like, Josh, I feel like if you were alive in the 80s, that would be your type of humor.
Oh, cool.
Because it's just ludicrous. Like, just the paperboy and the guy, like I was mentioning, the kids like taking away for cereal box tops, and everyone's making fun of him, and then at the end of the movie, he's like, finally gets his package, and it's, what he's been sending away for is a rocket ship and takes off into space.
Oh my god, we gotta watch this.
Like,
amazing.
What? Like, it's so
You saying Better
dumb.
Off Dead reminded me of the movie Drop Dead Fred. Do you remember Drop Dead Fred?
That was a movie that I didn't see as a kid, but I saw it when I was in high school because someone was talking to it. It was like their childhood thing.
Yeah.
I watched it once in high school. I don't remember much about it at all. I remember thinking okay. I remember thinking I could see the appeal of this if I were younger.
It's good. From my nostalgic memory.
I remember watching a movie a lot when I was younger. House Guest with Sinbad.
If we're getting into Sinbad territory.
Oh my god.
First Kid.
Yeah, First Kid.
First Kid's the best.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, I was a big Sinbad fan.
Oh my god.
Phil Hartman's in that.
Yeah, House Guest. Yeah.
Rest in Peace.
Rest in Peace.
Rest in Peace.
He Sinbad was like what everything you hate, loved about Shaq. Like, just a big dude who Shaq obviously couldn't act, but
friggin' Sinbad.
But oh my god, Sinbad would come in and be like that funny guy that yes, this is what we've been waiting for. And maybe I think Sinbad maybe him first. I don't know. But man, yeah, anything Sinbad. First Kid. How did he get on the Secret Service? It's like I would love to watch that now and be like, what?
Oh god, Phil Hartman's good. Do you guys remember Little Monsters?
Oh yes.
I sort of forgot about that until
Holy
just now.
Smokes, that movie is good.
Very good.
Where the monsters live under the bed, but also in the entire different town.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Real good.
Howie Mandel.
Howie Mandel.
Howie Mandel's the little guy.
No, Howie Mandel's not dead.
I'm
Come on.
predicting it.
Oh no.
Well, yeah, sure, he'll die at some time.
Yeah, you can predict any of the table movies. Let's see. There's a movie that I would, unless Brian, you're a god of IMDb, I don't even know if you could find it. I believe
all movies are in the international movie database.
I think it's called The Spirit of 1976.
What?
I think, but this is me just throwing it out, and I'm going to want you to read the synopsis if that's a real movie. I think it's the Spirit of 1976.
There was a short film apparently made in 1935.
Nope.
That's called The Spirit of 1976.
No. So,
describe it.
So what I remember is The Spirit of 1976 was, in the future, the world has gone completely bland and completely boring.
I found it.
Is that it?
The Spirit of 76.
Okay, so let me describe it first and see if I'm right. So the world has gone completely bland, completely boring, In the future, they invent time travel, and they've also lost the Declaration of Independence. So they go back, which they think is 1776. That's like, when they know when America was founded, let's see what it was about.
Right.
So let's bring back some of that culture.
Oh, Carl Reiner's in this movie.
Instead, they go to 1976. And there's a bunch of like hippies and
That's it?
Here's the plot. Future Americans decide to time travel to 1776 to ask the founding fathers for the solutions to their problems. A glitch in the time machine changes their destination to 1976. Still believing themselves to be in 1776, the time travelers attempt to study this ideal civilization. 70s jokes, props, and stars abound.
Okay, so for some reason, I remember this movie being the funniest movie.
It's got David Cassidy.
Carl Reiner's in it. Roman Coppola and Lucas Reiner wrote. The Reiners are hilarious, so that I can see that.
For some reason, I remember this just being
comedy and sci-fi.
Unbelievable. Okay,
when is it set though? So they traveled to 1976 by accident, and they meant to go to 1776. But what's the present time in the film
for their future?
1976.
No, what is that? Where are the future ones from?
Oh, I don't know. Just
like
future
way ahead, like
super far ahead. Yeah, that's like everything's become so bland and boring. I think.
So they. Okay.
You can rent it for $2 on Amazon.
Yep.
So oh yeah, actually here it says it's 2176 in America.
There we go.
So 200 years. So they go back 200 years instead of 400 years. Oh, okay.
Wow. 2176. So that movie.
Guys, that's gonna happen, and we're gonna be there.
Guys, we're gonna be there. Another movie that just popped in my head. You're gonna have to help me out. It was basically, I feel like it was the original one, but there might have been earlier stuff. Obviously, the first one I remember seeing was one of those Switch movies. But it was
like Freaky Friday or whatever.
Yeah, but it was a dad. It was a dad, and his dad was a doctor, and he was just like a high school senior. And it wasn't Kurt Russell.
It probably was. It was one of those Disney movies.
No, it was
Shaggy Dog.
Oh, it was a super funny guy. Man,
Interesting.
He's been in a ton of stuff. In like the 80s. I like the fact that I can't remember his name is bothering me, like how much I loved him.
Hey, it's okay.
But yeah, he was a doctor.
I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, that was, and then like the kid would have to like go into surgery and like figure out how to get out of it.
Right,
my god, it was just
like father, like son.
And who's the main guy?
Is it Opposite Day?
I think like father, like son.
Is it vice versa?
I think it's like father, like son.
With Dudley Moore.
Dudley Moore.
Kirk Cameron.
I could not remember those two names.
That's right.
But yeah, those like father, like son.
I've never seen it.
God, we have so many fucking movies to watch.
$2.99 rented on Amazon.
This is gonna be a very cheap date for all of us to watch these movies. Josh,
as long as it ends in me and the two of you having sex, I'm
boom. In. Look up Better Off Dead. I'm curious to see if that's on Amazon, like, and how much that would be, or whatever, Netflix, whatever system of choice you.
I'm assuming IMDb and Amazon have a pact, because anytime I search anything on IMDb, at the very top it says how much it would be to rent it on Amazon.
Do you know what the pact is?
They own each other.
Amazon owns IMDb.
There you go.
That'll do it.
So I mean, it could be on Netflix or Hulu, but it's not going to show that.
It's weird when you start going down that hole. Like your brain just kind of opens up, and it's like, what else? But Better Off Dead is one of those movies that stands out.
You cannot can't rent it on Amazon.
Okay.
It's available to buy it on disc.
Oh.
But it could be on Netflix or Hulu. I don't know.
Yeah, but
$7.99 right now.
Or popcorn
sale.
Man,
it's only on DVD. It's not even on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I promise you, I probably have bought that movie like once or twice.
$7.99 for a DVD.
That's crazy.
From next
2016.
It's on sale. Normally $12.99. Like, what are you talking about?
But also,
all DVD should cost negative money.
But at that point, it's always out of print.
Are people buying DVDs still? Right now today.
Sure.
Well, I'm so lost by this.
For sure.
Yeah. How do they even have like a TV or like a player for it?
I'm gonna throw this out there.
I literally just threw my DVD player in the garbage can yesterday.
I'm gonna throw this out there. I bet you there's people still watching VHSs.
I mean, yeah, somewhere in the world, sure.
Yeah, but even here in America,
they're voting for Donald Trump and fucking their sisters.
Even here in America, over like I think it's like 52% of America still does not use broadband internet.
Over 52%.
Over, so like almost like 53.
This is but guys, this is we like come from big cities
Yeah.
and have no idea
sure.
really
Oh, I know,
what
yeah.
it's like in most of this country. Especially in the goddamn
But
South.
I would have not guessed that over half of us are still using dial-up internet
Dial-up internet.
Yeah.
and like AOL discs.
Yeah, like
That
it's
they get in the
like
mail.
it's in
The 90s.
In the 90s.
Only 90s
There's
kids.
someone that has literally taken all those discs and is still getting free internet.
I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to bash the general public in the South. I
No,
apologize.
I'm just in shock. I would not have guessed it was more.
Well, let's do some research.
I would not have guessed the majority.
For sure, but
of
also
us.
I don't think it's called bashing it. It's all at all. I think it's also just
Commentary.
stating the point that like they also haven't paid to do the infrastructure because is it worth it if there's not that many people out living out there? I totally
Will there be a point in time where I guess the 48% of America that does use broadband internet, will that gap become so big that half the country are like technologically advanced and like civilized and the other half are like savages, and then we have a civil war again?
I would say
that's
that in a way this is all happening already.
I was going to say, isn't it happening kind of right now?
Yeah, we're in it.
But will it become so drastically different that half the country is like
Mad
doesn't even
Max.
understand what the other half is doing and how they communicate and how
Yeah,
they do
yeah.
anything? Will that just continue to grow like exponentially?
It's really frightening.
Hopefully before
I'm
that
gonna write a book
planet
about
just
it. Like,
explodes.
it'll be a fiction, and then one day it'll be nonfiction.
Right. Wow. So far, has there been a book that was
Yes.
written as fiction but turned out to be nonfiction? I'm just kidding. There's been plenty, I think. Read Ray Bradbury.
Anything by
Philip
Jules
K. Dick.
Verne. When he's like, "Hey, let's go to the moon."
Vern
That's
Troyer,
crazy.
the short guy
Yeah,
from.
Vern.
Mini-Me?
Are you talking about Mini-Me? It's
Yeah,
nuts.
Vern Troyer. Man, I want to watch Better Off Dead. We got to find a way to make that happen.
Yeah, I'll check.
No, yeah, let's
I'll
do
check
it.
Netflix or Hulu's.
We don't have,
Oh,
we're
my
filming a podcast.
smokes.
We're recording a podcast, so we can't look into it now. But we will figure this
No,
out.
I feel like I'm gonna. You guys take over. I'm gonna start looking into that.
That was Forgotten Movies.
Ooh, calling it. What do you guys got?
I don't know. I just thought maybe we should.
Yeah. What's your what you getting topic?
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
Topics.
Wait, let me bro Anderson. I forget how family dynamics
I
work.
keep forgetting that you have.
I keep
memory.
forgetting everything.
You are my son,
Yes.
and I am your father.
Mhm.
But two men who are talking to each other
Uh-huh.
can just sort of casually refer to each other in today's society as bros.
Oh,
Yeah,
what if like there's like a significant age gap?
doesn't matter.
Still bros?
I could
Not
call.
even like-
I'm 47. You're 21.
Mm-hmm.
I could call a 83-year-old man bro.
Whoa.
You could call
Not even
a
like grand bro?
1-year. You could say grand bro if you want.
I like that.
You could call a 1-year-old boy bro.
Ooh.
Uh huh.
All right.
A little baby bro.
Little baby bro.
Little
Little bro,
BB.
bro junior.
Little bro J. Little bro J.
Getting
Oh,
weird. We're getting weird.
What brother Junior? Cool that you guys.
We're getting.
That's you two.
Honored.
You're my bros.
And you over there, sir.
And sir in the corner, you two.
Who's
Double bro.
There's a weirdo who's just sitting here while we're
It's one of
filming
our
today.
twins.
I don't know who it is.
He's double bro.
This is a double team twin.
double tween?
God, I wish John Cleveland name was here.
So I think we need a little. Yeah, I think we need a little bit of backstory. What's going on? Stress
Here's
on
the
set.
sitch.
Yo,
Okay,
Tell us the factors in your stress.
I have a job currently.
Wow, that sounds like what most people want. And I'd say that 52% of people are using broadband.
Yeah. Also
Aren't
wish
using
that they were
broadband.
employed.
Yeah.
Hey, I think the unemployment rate's like the best it's been in
Yeah, I wish I was
a long
unemployed.
time.
Give me welfare.
So I got me a job.
Yeah.
It takes up some of my time, right?
Mhm.
Happens.
I am I'm attempting to work to have a new job
Okay.
Yeah.
with a week of training happening
Okay.
that I'm in the middle of. Okay,
Okay.
so now I have my regular work plus my training for my new works.
Mm-hmm.
I am an actor,
Yes.
and
Successful.
during the day, oh, thank you. During the day, sometimes I have auditions
Yes.
to go to, and so I have to go to those. I can't really skip them.
Yeah, those are kind of a big deal.
Yeah, they're sort of priority number one.
Absolutely.
Except that you do need money to survive.
It's a very weird
So it's
place
very
to be.
tricky.
Yeah. Like, what's going to take precedence
Yeah.
in this moment? My day-to-day job that pays my bills?
Right.
Or the career that I've been chasing?
Right. And one is like if I go do this right now, I take home $200. If I go do this right now, it might mean nothing at all.
Yes.
So I got those things. Now I'm also in an acting class that I pay a lot of money for every month.
Oh boy.
And it's not just like, oh, acting class once a week. On the other 6 days of the week, you're getting together with your classmates to rehearse so that when you get to class next week, you're doing the best job you can. Takes up a lot of time again, right?
Wow.
So lots of things are taking up time. And it has come to a point this week already. It's only Wednesday. It's come to this week already.
The third day this week.
Also, that's not even done yet. I'm also, would like to go play basketball during the day and work out. I'm trying to read more. Lots of things. There's like a certain amount of hours in the day, and you can't always fit all your shit in them, right? So it has blown up this week, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
And I have already had to miss a day of training for my new job. I have already had to try to get 2 shifts covered at my current job to make up for other shit, and am tomorrow basically is like something bad has to happen. Either I don't go to training for the second day out of 5 days, which probably means I'm just not going to work there, or I don't go to a shift that I am scheduled to work that I can't get covered, which is not good there.
Yeah.
Or I don't go to a wardrobe fitting for a commercial, which obviously, that cannot happen.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm gonna lose a job tomorrow.
At least one.
At least one. And I don't know what to do because one is like the surefire one that is my job right now, that is no problem, and I can just keep it forever. The other one is a new job that I'm really excited about that I would rather have, but who knows, because who knows what it'll be like. Will there be money there?
It's
you have no idea.
A new opening restaurant.
Right, it's brand new, yeah. So I'm really stressed out.
All 3 things.
And I have to figure it out now and tell somebody immediately that I'm fucking them tomorrow.
So all 3 happen at the same time.
But yeah, basically, one of them can't happen.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say, would it be possible if you just showed up early to the wardrobe fitting, like, hey, can we go ahead and do my pictures and stuff now?
The time frame that it is, though, it wouldn't even matter. I would have to go so early that they're not even working yet.
They're not even doing anything.
Like my training is from 10 to 3.
Okay.
My wardrobe fitting's at 1:30.
Okay.
On the other side of the city, completely from downtown to Santa Monica.
Yeah, that's the roughest part too.
Yeah.
In LA.
Right.
Yeah.
And Friday, I have to get my shift covered at my current job to attend the most important day of training. Otherwise, I certainly won't have that new job.
For me, I would say, just to alleviate some of that stress, you have the job that you know is yours 100% right now. And you...
Correct. That's the pro there.
Kind of talked about that you know a guy who's working at this new place.
Yes, very well, who's happy to have me on board, wants me to be there.
And who maybe, if you talk to him, would understand that if you're like, hey, in 2 weeks to a month, maybe when you don't have all these commercials and things like that, is it cool if I come in and train then? If you need some help still,
right.
I understand I won't be getting all the shifts and I won't be opening with you guys, but
can I come in on the next round of hiring?
Exactly. I have a lot going on. It'd be super cool if you understand that, and I absolutely can study in the background or train or whatever. I just and not make, because if you keep missing training and saying that without being like, hey dude, I'm just super swamped right now. Is there any way that keep me up? My name in the books for next time.
Right.
Yeah, my vote would be pretty much the same. If you have to lose one, I would say the thing you're training for. Because that's for something that would be cooler to have. It's more of a want than a need. Your need right now is your current job that is paying bills when acting is not. You can't miss the acting thing because you can't risk that at all. It's not even an option. That whatever right now is just deciding between the other two. And I would say if unless there's enough. You've worked this place for a while. If you know that they could handle it without you, but still, you said the training thing is from 10 to 3.
Yeah.
So if you went there from 10 to noon, hey, I gotta go now. I'll be back. I'll be back when this is done. It sucks. But I agree with you. I would reach out to the training people because you do kind of know them already. And just kind of...
It's just I literally already had to do that yesterday, and I had to miss the whole first day of training because of an audition, which is great, so great that I have an audition. Yeah. Love it so much. But now it would be literally the second time in 2 days, and I can't come to training again.
I would respect
you. Vouching for, he's the one who even brought me on.
I would respect you more if I was if you just had to back away. If you just were I think he would understand. Like, all right, cool, thank you for saying that. Now,
my current job, I work primarily nights, so I don't have to deal with these schedule conflicts a lot.
And that, I mean, of course, that's how I have it set up my whole life. Every time, like since I've been an actor, is I work at night, so I have days free to do this. But it just happens that this week of training is during the day.
Yeah,
and
sure.
And it, I mean, it's just so funny.
You can hear it in your voice, stress level 10 right now.
It just really is, because the whole month of January has been real mellow acting wise, and then all of a sudden this last week is getting super busy right when I just need 5 days to train.
Yeah, I was real slow for a while for acting, and then as soon as I took my car into the shop and they said it would take 2 weeks to fix, and it took 6, that's when it was like audition like crazy. So I'm having to like spend all this money on freaking Ubers when normally I would have just driven and that would have been it.
Right.
And now the fact that my car's gone, it was like audition after audition, and like 3 in one day all over the city. I'm like, come on. But at the same time, you can't complain because you have 3 auditions.
No, never. And I don't mean to do that, honestly. It's just like it's like
just
it would just be great if everything could work out, because I'm just trying to make everybody happy, and including myself. But then like it's just like it's too much at the same time now, and I have to
even for stuff that's not as important. Like I bought Star Wars Force Awakens tickets like 3 months in advance. And then I hadn't had an audition like in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I got a call back for the exact same time the movie started that I had bought tickets months in advance. And I was like, can they do it any different time? Like, no, the window is from 4 to 4:20 p.m. Yeah. Like, cool. Like, I just had to refund the tickets. I mean, I saw the movie, but still, like, that was just like, really? I haven't had anything for so long, and the one time that I've pre-committed months in advance is the exact same time that I have one thing.
There's got to be a saying for...
I basically just guaranteed saying for that. Let's just start buying stuff.
When it rains, it pours, maybe?
Yeah, that works. But there's also... Oh, okay.
I think it's better off dead.
Oh, nice. That is true.
Murphy's Law, though, also. Yeah. Isn't Murphy's Law, like, apply here?
Like, whatever can happen, will happen.
Right.
But maybe that's how we guarantee more callbacks and stuff. So we start booking ourselves.
Start getting real busy with other shit.
Yeah, like fill up the rest of our lives with, like specific time things. Like, as far in advance, so that way our year is just, like, filled with auditions and callbacks, and hopefully things we're actually booked and working on.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I'm supposed to get married.
Oh,
I guess I gotta tell my wife no.
Yeah, I missed 2 days of marriage. Sorry, normally this doesn't happen, but I gotta go.
Yeah, to me, I would just... This dude seems super cool. It's a restaurant. They're, gonna be turnover even during the training process. So it's like, just be like, hey, dude, like, I thought I could. I'm totally boned, but
I guess that's
keep me in mind.
It just really sucks because it's like so fun to be there.
For sure.
And I would explain that to him. Like, look, I would love to work here. Of course.
And he does know that.
I'm super bummed that this keeps happening, but I can't, I've already, like, contractually obligated to this. Like, the wardrobe, if you have a wardrobe fitting, you've booked it. Like, you've agreed to do it. Like, this isn't, even like an audition, obviously you would skip an audition to call back anyway, but still, like, a wardrobe fitting, and if you miss that, you lose the job.
That's an absolute not. But even that, it's like every time, it's just so funny with the fucking auditioning.
Well, congrats on the acting job, though.
Yeah, right?
Thank you very much. It's should be a really good one, actually. I'm very excited about it. That's what sucks, is like, I'm very excited about it, but then I'm like also, like, bumming because it's ruining this other shit, and I would just love it, of course. It would just be nice if...
Wait until you become even more successful and your shoot dates run into, like, your, like, relationship
other
with
shoot
your friends.
Dates.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Oh,
like
man.
Chris Pratt working 6 days straight because you get 2 movies going on at the exact same time. Rehearsal, then shooting, and then shooting, and then shooting, and then shooting, and shooting. But from what I've heard, Marvel is very flexible when it comes to your other shooting schedules.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what Paul Rudd said. It's also an interview with him lately because people are asking him about, like, what's it like, being in, like, part of the MCU now, and he was like, honestly, I still don't even realize how much of a part of it I actually am, and then they just keep,
From Ant-Man?
Ant-Man, yeah, I mean, he's a friggin' Avenger, and, like, so he shot some stuff with Civil War, and they're making Ant-Man 2, and it's like, oh yeah, I also have to be, like, in Infinity Wars, like, I gotta be, like, it's like, he still has not even dawned on him, like, he's, he's a part of these things, but he said, like, when he does have other movies and other stuff he's working on, like, Marvel, like, that's fine. Yeah, it seems like they're pretty cool with it, which hopefully these other 2 places will be for you today.
Yeah. It's more, I think the more, like, the frustration comes from not from the fact that I know that he'll be cool about it, just that, like, So, because like the commercial's going to come and then it's going to go and then that's it. And then for who knows how long, there'll be nothing again until the next commercial happens, which, could be a year, you never know.
That's the rough part.
So then, like in the in-between time, it would be, it'd be nice if like good shit was happening and I'm like just so excited about the new restaurant and I love the, like even just today meeting everybody just seemed like a really good situation. And so to have to be like, well, see you later now or maybe never, it just kind of sucks. And especially when you get frustrated with like the current job and stuff, and you're excited about thinking about being able to split the time between there and the new place,
If you work, I was about to ask, if you work at this new place, would you continue working at your current job?
Yeah, I think so. I love the current job still. As long as I can balance that, would be no.
Screw over the current job if you feel like it's a safe enough, like the next branch is safe enough.
From someone who left said current job.
Yeah.
It's a
I know. It's like crazy in a way to leave that place ever. But then, of course, that did cross my mind, too, because I like a change and everything. And then it's like, okay, well, maybe I'll just work at that new place and that'll be enough. But there's just too many, like, you just have no idea. What if it's not busy?
Yep.
Then you burn the other bridge. And
especially with new restaurants, that is a huge risk.
That's one thing when I worked the place up on Los Feliz Boulevard.
Oh, yeah.
I was just, like, super pumped. And then, you hired double what you needed.
Yeah.
And then everyone, gets through. And that might be the same case here. Maybe they're hiring just a bunch of people just to see who makes it through training. And then what if, you get a bunch more shifts, and then you're like, crap, you can't do any of it. You'd rather just tell them earlier than later, which is going to suck conversation-wise, because you also told this guy, I'm in, and he probably vouched to everyone he knows. So, but,
Yeah, and I just hate, like, that confrontation also. So even just a phone call to be like, yo, dude, even that, I'm just like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It's getting to the point where I now feel like I almost don't want to find, like, whatever day jobs we have to do from time to time. I actually don't want those to be like personal connections.
Right.
And I don't want my friend to hook me up with a job because if an acting thing comes along, I'm gonna have to choose that every single time. And that means losing a job. It's like extra worse. The fact that it's like a personal vouch for you and stuff like that. A personal connection or relationship that is also being kind of like affected by it.
And when Morgan got me the job at that place in Hollywood, and I, started working there, I was like, this place sucks. It felt real bad.
And then it's hard because
I had to tell Morgan, like, dude, this place super blows, dude. Everybody sucks here. And he's like, I know. I was like, wait a second, what?
And then, no kidding, I'm not the first person I met today when I walked in. I'm not shitting you. Was a petite, adorable Asian girl.
Yeah.
First thing she says, because I'm holding my motorcycle helmet, is, "What do you ride?" And I tell her, and I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "I ride too."
Oh.
Well, and then we sat next to each other in the fucking training, and we were totally like joking around.
Well, the thing is, if you
guess that's over.
No, it's not, because what you
like anything started already. Well, I guess I gotta break up with her.
Oh God. We're not getting married now. That's kind of what you were talking about last week. You just immediately think about your life together. No, because the thing is, all you gotta do is just get her number, ride once, because what they say, when you ride together, you die.
You die together.
So just ride and die real fast, and then all your problems will be solved. Better off dead.
Better off dead. That's all the beer, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Take your stress.
See, check it out. That's why I got smitten today, because I got smitten with that girl. I'm still smitten with the girl in my acting class.
Yeah. Smitten with us.
How's that going? Have you used any game?
No.
Have you played her your song?
You spit that hot fire at her yet?
I didn't spit any fire. I didn't play her my anal sex song.
Definitely spit fire at people.
I can't get a read. I'm the worst.
Well, just just stand next to her, like on the phone,
right?
And like just be really loud when she's like, maybe like focusing or trying to like learn a scene or something. Just be really loud and be like, "What? You're breaking up with your wife?" And like, at the end of it, like, man, I'm really sad right now.
Yeah, I could really use a friend.
Yeah.
A writing friend. You ever get so stressed you get depressed?
Maybe.
You ever get so depressed you want to kill yourself?
Sure.
I'm not the only one.
Yeah, somebody out there.
No, man, sometimes I get real stressed about stuff like that.
Yeah, stress
has been the most stressful time in my adult life.
Josh turns almost into a different person when he gets stressed.
Yeah,
it's very visible.
Honestly, it's that will change. Like a person who's just in the regular mood when they get stressed. I think it's like that. It's like a 180, man. Yep. You don't even recognize them. It's kind of nuts.
What am I like?
You get very
huge dick.
Yeah, you get huge dick.
Man. It becomes enormous.
Like one of the big perks of being stressed.
Wow, what a great perk. I am stressed.
I'm so stressed. I'm gonna start taking on too much.
Yeah. You just get like very quiet. And you stop doing things that you enjoy. And you kind of just like sit in yourself, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
There'll be little times when you'll just be standing in like the middle of the living room, just like for a while, just like staring at your phone, and you're just probably like thinking of everything you have to go do.
Yeah.
But you're just like, I don't want to. I am so stressed. I have no time to do this, that, everything, all sorts of issues, money, like, and it just gets you in very different ways. So, and for me, I am the same way. I just stay up weirdly late.
It's like you do weird shit. Yeah, you stay up late. You don't sleep well. That's like you start drinking.
Yeah, I haven't slept well. I will say I haven't relied on drinking as.
I guess it's probably different for everybody.
Yeah, I mean heroin for sure.
Your arms look crazy from the needles
and the muscles,
and also the muscles.
Josh did over 70 pull-ups on Monday.
Yeah,
God, that's a lot of fucking pull-ups.
Yeah, we're getting there. Wow. But yeah, no,
I did over 20. Cheer me on.
Yay!
Way to go!
Thanks. Thanks.
But no, LA has been insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like,
it's crazy.
I think we talked about that in one of the earlier episodes too, where it was like just double rent all of a sudden. Brian, how much square footage is this apartment? Realistically,
we've made jokes about this, but like, yeah, how big would you say our apartment is? Square footage wise.
Oh, I don't know if I'm the person to ask. I mean, you have 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and it is big.
Yeah.
Would you say like 1,100?
Yeah, I don't think that would be a crazy thing to
1,100, 1,300.
Maybe, yeah. I'm sorry.
Because I feel like when we looked at this place, I was told like 1,395. Like square footage.
I have a bad. I don't really often
including
eyeball
porch and
things
everything.
like and guess what the square footage is. But like I would say over 1,000 for sure.
It's definitely over 1,000. Beyond that, I don't know how much to say that it was.
Anyway,
like my studio in Silver Lake was, I think, this last one I looked at was like 850.
Right. Yeah. I feel like.
It
makes me think like it makes me think if that was 850, that kind of makes me think ours is like double that. It's like 1,500.
Yeah,
I mean, not like a little less than double.
But maybe that's yeah.
But I guess we include the balcony. But anyway, I was messing with my taxes today.
Yeah.
And I keep track of all these things. Things I can do deductible.
You're so smart.
I do that all year long.
God
but then when it comes time to do the taxes, they ask about it and for different ways that I keep track of it.
Oh.
So, for instance, like Leo and I do some stuff from home. We kind of treat part of our apartment as sort of like a home office.
Oh, you're right.
And you can count a part of your rent as that. And so I basically just kind of calculate, well, we use roughly like a third of our apartment for like work stuff. My half of that third would be this dollar amount. And so then I just keep track of that dollar amount throughout the year.
Yeah.
And like on a spreadsheet thing that I do, and then I was messing with taxes, and then the way is like, do you use any of your home for business stuff? And I was like, yes. Instead of asking me for a dollar amount, it was like it asked me 2 questions: what is the square footage of your home, and what square footage do you use for office work? And I was like,
okay,
what? And then it would tell me what the thing was based on. Like, I guess the next question would be what my rent is. Right. It didn't ask me that yet.
Well,
so I asked
from James.
That's what I did.
Yay!
You know what James told me the square footage of this apartment was?
God.
He said both bedrooms, including closets, and living room and the kitchen, but not including bathrooms or balcony.
Okay.
Which is still, that's not the number I need. I would need it all.
Yeah, you need the whole. Yeah.
So anyway, but he said all of that combined, 400.
400 square feet?
Yeah.
I mean, that's real far off.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It seems super tiny. And like he went and checked. Because like when I asked him that, I was like, hey James, what would you say the total square footage of our apartment is? He said, good cue, give me a minute. And then he came back with 400.
This is the Crazy James segment of this podcast.
Yeah. Who on my way up here, I got to see him, and he said, "Oh, you drive a motorcycle? You're as cool as I thought you were." That's the first thing he said to me. And then he said, "I've always thought that you would own your own business one day." And I said, "Okay, thank you."
Thank you.
And then he said the thing I told you before, which is that Josh is doing
Oh no, you said. I thought you said.
Oh, sorry, Elton John. I'm sorry. And then I said, "What's going on with you? Like, what's new?" And he said, "Well, he has one day off." Okay, that sounds like a good idea. And he said, "Yeah, maybe I'll take a mistress because this one's no good." As he pointed to.
Oh my God!
I love him.
It's funny that he told you that work was going well for me when the last conversation I had with him was the opposite.
Yeah.
Because my day gig has been for the past couple of years like driving for like Lyft and Uber as opposed to waiting tables, because that is the most flexible day job you can have. Because you start and stop.
Yeah, I mean,
so I never had the issue that you're dealing with. I've just had different issues.
Yeah.
But one major thing is like Lyft and Uber constantly lowering their. Well, Uber constantly lowers its prices, trying to get Lyft to just crumble.
Yeah.
And Lyft will like wait a while as long as it can, then it'll have to lower its prices. So like recently, Lyft has drastically lowered all of the prices, and so as a driver, I'm making a fraction of what I used to make when I would do this, and I have to drive like. I've driven for like twice as like this past couple weeks. Each week, I've driven like twice the amount that I would used to drive, and I'm still not making what I made then.
Damn.
And it's ridiculous. And so it's like almost pointless to even try to do this anymore. And so I was telling James this when I saw him the other day.
He somehow interpreted that as
good.
Everything's
Doing well.
Yeah, I was like, he was like, "Oh, I saw you're back driving for Lyft," and I was like, "Yeah." I was like, but they've lowered all the prices. You can't make any money doing it anymore, so I'm going to have to find something else. And his response was, he died laughing.
Yeah, that sounds hilarious.
And then he told me that only you could tell me that, and then I was like, "Okay, bye."
Stress level 10, folks.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Stress
sometimes.
level 10.
Yeah, sometimes. Stress, depressed, suicide, whatever.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so funny because then
sometimes I'll think about like if someone got on my talking to like passengers and stuff, they'll talk about like crazy stories they've heard or been a part of, but about people being robbed and stuff. And like I was thinking like, man, if someone got like in a passenger seat and like pulled a gun on me and was like, "Give me money" or whatever, I was like, "Oh, money, stupid." Like you're wasting your time.
Yeah, I'm driving for Lyft, you fuckhead. How much money do you think?
Like I feel like that was
Waiting tables, you idiot.
like, please do us both a favor and just shoot me. and then like,
Josh, no.
And then like, but like, how much do you think that would throw them off? Or like suddenly they no cards are left in their hand,
right?
Because the thing they're threatening you with, you want it.
You're just like, okay, fine.
Like at least I don't have to do it.
Yeah, and I bet 90% of the people who like have a gun and are trying, or a knife and are trying to screw you over, their whole plan is based on the fact that you're just going to be scared and do what they say.
Do it out of fear.
And if you just say like, "Fine, do it," they just have no what cards are there left?
What else?
Are they going to kill you? Are they really going to take that step?
No
That's
way.
a huge fucking
That's a
step.
big jump from
to go
stealing,
from holding you up to murder.
This is exactly how that scenario would go. In this position, I am going to rob Brian.
Okay.
Hey, punk, give me all your money.
I mean, okay, I don't have a lot of money.
I'm going to shoot you if you don't give me your money. I'm going to kill you right on the spot.
Great, for $10 that's in my wallet, go ahead. Just pause, freeze, shock. I think you're right. That is how it would go.
All right, now rob me. Like I'm a Lyft driver. You get in the car.
All right. I have Brian rob.
Okay, Brian rob me.
Brian rob him.
All right, so okay. So do the noise like you're just pulling up. Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to give me all your money, punk.
What money? I'm a Lyft driver. Lyft work. People don't pay me money. It's all done through credit card. I have no money.
Yeah, but give me the money in your wallet, you bitch.
I literally have nothing in my wallet but cards. I've got nothing. And if you take them, I'm just gonna cancel them.
Well, let's go. Take me to the ATM. Take money out of your ATM.
I mean, why?
I'll kill you.
I mean, at this point, fine. Like, I don't care.
No. Well, what? I'm giving you 1 star.
Alright, now I'm going to rob Josh.
Okay.
Josh, make the sound like you just pulled up.
Oh, cool.
I drove much faster this time.
Hello, Josh.
Yeah, Leo, right?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Where we're heading?
To the grave if you don't give me all the money.
Nice.
Oh man, second time tonight.
Shut up! Give me your money. I'm going to shoot.
I have no money to give you.
Then what are you going to give me? Give me something. I'm going to shoot.
I mean,
this bullet will kill you.
I guess I'll give you my car, but like I'm gonna stop making payments. So this thing get towed.
I'm going to kill you right now. Don't give me money.
All right, my money's in the glove box. Can you get it?
No, I want you to get it. Give me the money.
Yeah, but I gotta like reach across to you.
Is there any money that you can give me now, or I will kill you?
Hey, are you guys Josh and Leo on your pool?
I like this world that we live in where the criminals get like super questionable and confused.
Guys, let's make a pact. We're not gonna let anybody kill us. Okay?
Alright.
I mean, I guess I'll like kind of put up a fight. Yeah, like a verbal fight.
Some sort of a trying to throw them off.
Perfect. If that's what I can get from you, I'll take it.
Let's move quickly away from stress level 10 and depression.
I would like
Josh,
to, but seriously, thank you guys for your help. I at some point have to, like in the next.
and everyone tweet at Brian and see how his week is
Or
at
just
the
give
end
him
of this
support.
week. Give him support. Everybody tweet.
Give all of us some support. Everybody's going through shit. You know?
Everybody tweet at Brian right now. Hey, dude, you a punk ass bitch. And
What's my @_BPCK?
Yes.
What's my Twitter?
I mean, I guess it's like some people forget people's numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so everybody, if you're listening right now, just stop what you're doing.
Send me a quick
put
tweet.
put that pedal on the brake.
Yeah.
Even if you're full speed in traffic.
Drop the child in your hands.
Yeah.
Bring the phone out and tweet at me.
And tweet at Brian. Say whatever you want. Punk ass bitch.
Right.
Hope you're doing all right.
And to be honest, I'm not sure if I'll be able to read it in between all the tweets that I've been getting from Will Forte lately, but I'll do
Oh wow. Maybe like a compliment sandwich. I always like to call it. Something nice. Then get in there. Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Or as one of our friends we used to have, I guess he just loved the Oreo cream so much of a compliment sandwich. He would just give Oreo cream, Oreo cream, Oreo cream.
Triple stuff.
I love the cream.
Hey, this is a compliment sandwich. Granted, like the middle is gonna make this thing like a friggin' like Dagwood sandwich. It's like 8 stacks.
Yep. And it might be an open face sandwich. Yeah, and also if you don't mind, it's just gonna be like a dagger in the back. It's gonna feel like the same kind of thing.
Yeah, the bread is like on fire, so it soon will be gone.
It's gonna burn the roof of your mouth. Josh, what's your topic?
Mine, I guess, kind of like could potentially be fed in from like Brian's topic. Was I was thinking like, what would it take for you to become a villain, or like a bad person?
Oh man,
like, what would it take for you to become like deemed like in the media, pop culture or whatever, like for most people to be considered
the media
a
just
bad
makes
guy,
whoever they want to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
But like the general consensus is that you are a bad person.
Table notes, right?
You're not a villain, or you are a villain.
I'd say I'm on the path.
I think we're all kind of like heading that way.
Like life is so fun because like when you're in like your teens, you're just like, I am going to be the greatest. I'm going to try to be a great person my whole life. 20s, you're like, I'm doing great. People suck out there, but I'm doing okay. The minute I hit like my 30s, I'm like, man, it is rough out there. People are just dumb.
Rough.
People are just dumb.
What's it gonna take for the three of us just to basically, what do you call it when you do what's Batman? He's a fucking
Vigilante.
Yeah, I want us to be
anti-hero,
a team of vigilantes, and like the authorities don't like us, but the people love us because we take shit into our own hands and we do what we want, but for the betterment of society.
I was thinking about that too because I was trying to think obviously what would my answer be to this question.
Right.
I was thinking like I think before I become like perceived as a villain, I feel like before the middle ground of that would be seen as like a rebel.
Right.
Like rebelling against the thing that is ruining your life, that you would make a stand against it. So say like our government just became like totally like insane.
Right.
And like everyone had to fall in line, or you had to go against it. Like at first, we seemed like a rebel, but like, what would it? I don't know if it'd be like to be like a straight up villain where you were like evil.
Right, because like villains, like when you say the word
killing
villain,
innocent people.
yeah, that means like you're a murderer.
Like your intentions have now gone from like revenge on like the person that wronged you, but now you don't care about anything.
Yeah. So what would it take to get there?
Yeah, I don't know, because like the rebel, I can see the rebel, like I can get to that point where like
I know
breaking laws,
brain damage.
Oh, okay.
No.
Something would have to happen to your brain to alter the way that you think consciously about what's right and wrong.
Well, it was the Dark Knight, almost. It was the sense of you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Where it's like, I guess, you know, no matter what you do, some people are going to always hate you. And then if it's just how you deal kind of with that.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, I mean, obviously, you know, the poor guy had his face scarred and his
Who's this now?
girlfriend killed in the Dark Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Two-Face?
Two-Face.
Oh, Two-Face, yeah.
But yeah, I feel like there's days. I don't think I would ever turn. I think I'm too heroic as a man.
You know what'd be really cool is if, like, amongst the three of us, one of us turned into the villain.
The villain.
The arch nemesis of one of the others as a hero. And we had to fight till the death.
I feel like it would, if anything, it would be me and Brian.
Whoa.
And
probably. Yeah,
Brian would probably hang on to the hero role, and I think I would just.
You just said you were the most heroic person.
I know, I am. I'm saying, but like, right. I think there are probably some things out there that could crush my soul, and I would give up on humanity. I mean, it's close. Like I said, we keep going down this path.
Yeah, I think we might both be villains.
Like, God. Okay. All right, we're all gonna shot.
Here, let's just fight. Josh.
So,
which I'm fighting myself, so I don't care.
So it's because like
kill me.
You win.
Life's rough, and then and then your landlord, tells you you look like Elton John. So,
God, James, what's going on with James?
Shows me I look like Abraham Lincoln.
That's true.
What?
He's a good man. Josh and I, when we lived in Wilton, in the front area, we used to call that, and then I moved to the back, and he was like the bird's nest, and I was eye in the sky or something.
I totally forgot that. Yeah, we were going to be vigilantes.
We were going to be like...
Oh my God, I love this.
Yeah.
Can I join, please?
Like, literally, we would, crack the door of Wrigleyville, and if we would hear, a scream or something, we would, run outside.
Well, yeah, what was happening, what has got us to start doing it actively was one night, some, punk kids were just going up the street, rocking the cars until they all had, car alarms going off and stuff. And we went out that night, we were, I think, it was pretty late, I don't know, after 2 in the morning. We were both
heroes.
Yeah, we were heroes. we were both already in chilled mode. We're in sweatpants, PJs. We're playing video games on the couch.
If anything's intimidating in sweatpants and PJs. Yeah.
But this is Chicago, so it's cold outside, and so going outside takes a little time.
That's true. You can't just run out.
Yeah, and we heard the kids laughing and doing smacking cars, and we couldn't tell if they were actually causing damage. So Leo and I actively got dressed, put on jackets and boots and stuff like that, and went outside to go fight them. But they were gone by the time we got out there.
And they were 13,
probably.
I would hit a 13-year-old. I'm sorry, I'm saying it right now.
But for every night,
especially 25-year-old me,
at least the next week, we would just be kind of on alert, at nighttime, and fully staying fully dressed and ready to go out. And sometimes we'd go patrol. We'd go walk around and see if there was any trouble. We never found any. But if there was...
Hey, you went and looked for it.
I looked for it when I was living by myself, when I first moved to Chicago, when I was taking martial arts and I felt invincible.
Yeah.
And once we started doing... some weapon training, then I use wooden sticks.
Yeah.
And I, at the time, was living in Humboldt Park. Which is
Humboldt Park?
I don't know if it's come up since then, but at the time it was not that safe.
Right. I think it is coming up now, but...
I know Logan Square is, and that's where I first lived.
Logan Square is completely transformed.
Yeah, now it's the hipster Silver Lake town. But that's where I lived when I first moved to Chicago because it was cheap. And then I moved into Humboldt Park, which was even cheaper, but much worse neighborhood.
Yeah.
There was a drive-by on my street.
If I'm correct, you moved into the sewer because it was the cheapest.
Yeah, by far the cheapest.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a drive-by on my street one night. It was pretty crazy. So,
damn, son.
So once I was taking martial arts, I was feeling pretty confident.
Sure.
And I would, 2 to 3 in the morning, on my bicycle with my wooden sticks strapped to my back.
What are they called?
I forget. Katas or something like that. Kintai stick or something like that. I forget. It's been so long. I want to take my.
But you would roll around with katais on your back.
I would ride my motorcycle through Humboldt Park at 3 in the morning, where there are multiple drug deals.
Did you just say ride my motorcycle?
Bike.
Okay.
My bicycle.
We both heard it. We're both are we going for it? Are we going to jump on that one, or are we going to let it slide?
I'm on my bicycle.
Maybe we should do that now.
Through Humboldt Park, and there's people on benches doing who knows what, and I'm just riding around with 2 wooden sticks stuck to my back while people have guns. But I was I was patrolling. I was ready to stop crime.
That's awesome. You had safety in your heart.
Yeah, but and then I had another idea because I heard of people getting like robbed really late at night on the L.
Oh yeah.
I was going to ride the trains late at night and just try to prevent that from happening.
Right.
And then like the next day I read like in the Chicago Red Eye there's like a group who's been doing that since like the 70s, like the Red Angels or whatever they're called.
really?
The Guardian Angels.
Guardian Angels. They wear red berets.
Yeah.
And they just do
Well, if
that.
they all wear red berets, then everybody, all the muggers gonna know who they are.
I want to be undercover and like stop crime.
I wear a green beret. They never know what's going on.
Right,
But I
right.
wouldn't because,
And I am a green.
stolen
beret,
valor. I'm not
Right.
taking that. So I looked it up. They are a Screama.
Yes.
That's what the sticks
Those
are called?
are my
The
sticks.
Screama sticks.
Thank you. Yeah, those I would practice with at Welton. And that was so much fun.
So like the thing is too is I remember I think this might have actually been after our like giant GLC fight outside of Berlin. They were
my
like
God.
so bummed I missed.
They were like
So I
Yeah.
do not condone violence
Yeah.
ever, but man, I really wish I was there to fucking fight with you guys.
totally names. I almost saw John Lester's Papa Dude's eyeball out.
Yeah, yeah.
Still one of my
Oh,
favorite
God.
moments. And then Rob Medley had like a giant thing on his head
Yeah.
besides like a
Yeah.
baseball.
I can't believe that happened and we weren't
Hasn't
there.
gone away.
It makes me so sad.
So good, but I think it was like maybe like after that, it was like fuck, they do like at any time people could fuck each other up. Like it's we could get out there,
It's true.
especially in really. We were. I feel like there were multiple times when Josh and I could have just got shot and killed. Like trying to be heroes out there.
Absolutely, I'm sure.
Leo, you like jumped on the street one time in Chicago.
Yep.
One guy actually did try to mug you.
Yep,
I remember
dudes.
you telling about this.
Two guys at the corner of Chicago and
Chicago.
almost Chicago and State, a little bit north of Chicago and State. They were way gone, so I luckily got away without anything.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So yeah, I put one dude's head into a pole of the bus stop, and then I just was off.
Is it? You got, okay.
And then another time I got jumped from a bum, but he was totally wasted and harmless, but obviously not harmless, but
Oh, no.
totally wasted. And I was listening to my iPod, and he tried grabbing my iPod and yelling, "This, he stole my iPod! He stole my iPod!" And I was like, "What?" And then like
Oh, he turned that shit on you, like.
yeah, two dudes show up in an SUV. And we're like, "Get the fuck away from him!" Like,
Whoa.
and the bum like walked away, and then they were just like, "You all right?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then I was like, "Thanks," and they're like, "Yeah, no problem." And then they drove away.
Undercover cops. There were a lot of
they
cops
were
in SUVs.
yeah, way young, but yeah, I guess it could have been for sure.
They were Jump 21.
Jump 21.
What were you saying,
21
Brian? I didn't mean
Jump
to cut you off.
I thought
Um,
you were taking
There's just been a couple times that I've thought this, and then now we've been talking about it, and so I wonder if there's like what the reasoning is for this. But like when I first moved to LA when I was 21, my car got broken into and my CD player got stolen twice.
Oh.
And so after it happened, like I thought to myself and almost did it. Like I'm gonna put a new CD player in my car.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure that
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
whatever, very easily viewable.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go in the middle of the night with like a baseball bat or something, and just like watch.
Mm-hmm.
And then if somebody comes and breaks my window, I'm gonna beat the shit out of them with a baseball bat.
Yep.
And then so I had that thought, never did it. Remember Pepe from GLC?
Yes.
Great. I don't know if you guys remember when it. Who knows who worked there, but he came to work one day with a big fucking, just half his face was just destroyed because he had gotten mugged and somebody like stole his wallet and his watch or some shit. And then I was like, because we had talked about it, so he said where it was or whatever.
Yeah.
And then in my mind I was just like, maybe I'll just like go there. Not that I don't know. It wasn't like, oh man, Pepe, I love you and I need to do this for you.
Yeah, it's
But I was
just like another dude who
right,
obviously
like somebody who
not doing anything
just got
wrong.
fucked up for no reason.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, what if I just went to that area? Because maybe these guys just do that all the time. And I just like hid in just hid somewhere sneakily and had a fucking baseball bat. And if they try to do it, like just go bash these guys in the head with a baseball bat.
Fuck yeah.
And I always thought it was so weird that like your mind goes there, like you instantly are just like, God, I want to fuck these guys up for being such dicks. But then like you take a second and think about it, and you're like, that's sort of crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I was so fired up for a minute that like could I have even really done it? Even though I think I could, could I just like destroyed somebody with a baseball bat from behind?
I wouldn't say it's crazy. I would just say it's very like human nature in you.
It's super
like,
nature, yeah.
Like
that's
protect.
true.
Like I need to protect.
But it's
like,
even more,
instinct.
it's like animal instinct more. And
for
I think that the thing is you have to go beyond animal instinct because we are the most evolved brained animals in
I
the
would
world.
say
48% of us are.
Right.
I would say we are, but
like,
also
think about if that's actually the best idea.
But we're also animals. I mean, like
Yo, I want to fuck, I want to eat, I
Yeah.
want to kill, because I'm an animal.
And literally the most important part of that is we want to fuck. Like we want to keep.
Well, no,
populating.
reproduction is the high. Yeah, there's no motivation stronger. But you know what I'm saying.
Or the act of, minus the actual process, as we talked about last week.
Yeah, I didn't mean that. I meant the act of reproducing without having to reproduce, just for the fun of it.
And it's funny you say you're a CD player, because in high school and out here, and like literally everywhere I've lived, I've had shit stolen.
By the way, what are burglars stealing from cars now that nobody listens to CDs anymore?
This is, 2 years ago, when we first moved here 2 years ago, all my CDs and my CD player were stolen. So, hey, held on.
When we first moved here? Oh, yeah, when we first moved here, sure.
Yeah.
But that was 5.5 years ago.
But even like when I first moved to this house, 2014. Yeah, I would always think I'm gonna buy a new one, and I'm gonna because you have to rip it out by like literally taking that cover off. I would like put spikes all around that, like literally like
make it like
spikes,
a saw.
so when someone reaches their hand in. But then I'm like, I'm going to forget about that. And I'm going to reach my hand in there, and I'm going to hurt myself. Yeah. I was like, I know I'd be like, oh, this dumb thing, and then hit it, and then I was like, oh, fuck!
One of them happened to Jigsaw, but he set it like the saw room.
Right.
And he forgot that he'd already set one up, and he was like walking through it, like getting stepped on they stepped on a nail. Oh no, I don't want to play again.
The needles. I've it's so funny, and it's like, man, if for one night, if I was invincible, I would just ride along with a cop and be like,
I've got this.
Just a heads up, I'm invincible.
We were hoping so, because otherwise we had no idea why you're riding with us.
Yeah. You can do ride-alongs. I would love to go back to Chicago. Now that would be an experience.
Do a ride-along on the south side?
To go back and do a ride-along in Chicago right now, instead of like an architectural tour. Like take like your loved one or whatever. Like, oh hey, yeah, we're gonna go on this fun
like
tour.
On a fucked up night too, like on Halloween or something, like when crime goes through the roof.
On the hottest night in Chicago.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What do we do ride-alongs with like all occupations, like anything?
Nice.
Oh, what's up? You make cupcakes? Yeah, I'm doing a ride-along.
I'm gonna do a ride-along.
What? And you just stand by some workers.
Wait, you just stand by them?
Yeah, like sorry, you know, we're gonna have to do extra prep.
I forgot the words.
For the surgery, this guy's doing a ride-along. He didn't know how to like wash up or like sanitize, and he's just standing in the ER for his ride-along.
Eating his cupcake that he had previously on his ride-along.
On his previous ride-along.
Yeah, I just do ride-alongs, you know?
Oh boy.
It's funny though, yeah. Like as I get older, how like my fantasies of getting like revenge on people change. Because like back then, like when I was talking about, like I would go, you know, in my mind anyway, just like destroy somebody's face with a baseball bat. But now I feel like when that happens now, like in my mind, I like just like peacefully knock them out with like, you know, whatever, like cover their mouth, and then like tie them up and bring them somewhere. And then when they wake up, they're tied up and they can't do anything. But instead of me like torturing them, I'm like, hey, why'd you do that?
Yeah.
What's going on with you that you did that? Let's figure this out.
Why am I guest on the Probably Sounds Awful podcast?
We bring them here to the podcast. They're all duct taped up. Hey dude. What'd you try to beat me up for?
Oh boy, that would be absolutely hilarious. And now in 10 years, your next thing is going to be like, man, I was in the bushes and I saw those dudes and I was like, 911. I was like, I ain't dealing with that.
There's some guys, dude, they look really scary. Come on down and get them.
It's real.
And bring a psychologist so we can figure out what's going on in their brains.
It's real scary.
Frick.
So, guys, good topics. Holy smokes.
What topics we had today?
Holy smokes.
My, what big topics.
So
what better to stress you with?
So we're gonna do.
What do you want to do next, Leo?
We're gonna do the 3-word reviews like we always do.
How many minutes are we in?
We're only 1:30.
Oh, nice. That's not bad.
So 30 minutes or an hour and 30?
Hour and 30, I think, right?
Yeah. So we're gonna do the reviews like we always do.
Love that. Didn't think of the review. Damn
hope that next week. We can look at some of the things that I wrote down, and that we can have the reviews next week be that.
Oh, snap!
So,
wait, hey, okay, you know what that means, you fucking guys?
Yeah.
We need to plan to hang.
Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl's coming up. Oh, we have to say anything about Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, Super Bowl. That's true.
Super corner.
But yeah, we should. So let's try to hang before next week and watch some movies.
Yeah. Cool. Everybody be on the lookout for the Budweiser commercial. I am in one of those.
Are you?
I am.
He's the horse.
I'm a Clydesdale.
Holy shit, you're one of the Clydesdales?
Thanks, Josh, for ruining the fucking joke.
I didn't know. I made a joke.
I'm surprised that you didn't pull a Jean-Claude Van Damme and demand that your face be
yeah, well, it is. I'm the only Clydesdale
with a human head. Yo, I'm getting excited.
I'm one of the biggest horses around.
Okay, that's cool.
You don't have to do that voice. I'm like, well, it's not our voice.
But yeah, the callback today, by the way, that I completely blew.
Oh yeah, tell us about it.
It was a voiceover But the audition was great because it was just like be funny and like blah blah blah. It was no problem. But then today I walk in. Blah blah, no problem. Today I walk in and they hadn't said before that I needed to do a character voice, and it was a totally different part than a part that I had auditioned for and was getting called back for. So I just like totally blew it, which really sucked. Because it was a really funny idea, and then I pulled out like this weird like Australian accent that they were laughing the whole time, but then at the end they're like, okay, that was really funny and everything, but like super ridiculous and like you need to be way more grounded. Because it was like my version of Australian accent, which is not good, and it's just like dumb because I don't ever do it.
I think we're all clamoring to hear it.
Yeah, fuck. I don't know. Think of your worst Australian accent. Let's see.
Yeah. Let's give you a sentence.
Yeah, give me a sentence. I also have to think about.
Hello, mate. Give me a shrimp on the barbie.
I'm trying to think of what the line. All right, I'm just gonna look at some words.
Foster's Australian for me.
This is the back of the kettle chips. These sour cream and onion chips is bold flavour and hearty crunch. It was like terrible.
It's like turning British.
Yeah, it's like a mix of all. They were dying, but only because it was stupid, not because it was good.
And if it turned too British, you can look at them and say, "Listen, we were British, and they stranded us here on this goddamn prison." And then you look at them and say, "I know history. Do you?"
Yeah.
I know history. Do you?
They say no, but also who gives a shit? Leave. So what did you guys watch this week?
Oh shit.
Yeah, what did you guys watch this week? I'm not going first.
Let's see. This week.
Never mind. I literally have nothing.
Damn it.
I watched some things
because I've everything like The Flash. I've seen the first couple episodes of X-Files, but I want to see the whole series together to really call it. I'm still playing Divinity Original Sin, but I'm not ready to review it.
Hey, no press, dude.
Yeah.
No press. I watched the pilot episode of Supergirl. Because the pilot episode is free on Amazon Prime.
Hi.
Ooh, I do have one episode.
Amazon Prime.
But none of the other episodes are free, and it's not on Hulu or Netflix, so that's all I'm going to watch for now. Although, apparently in March...
It's not on Hulu or Netflix? It's a Fox show? Or what? CW?
No, CBS.
Oh, yeah, CBS has like their own...
CBS and TBS don't do Hulu.
Guys.
It's all the BS's. BS.
And you know what that is? BS.
Mm-hmm.
I have one.
But I watched the Supergirl pilot.
Okay. Do you want to review that?
No.
Okay.
I was just saying everything I watched this week.
All right. Well, let's jump to one that we're going to actually review.
How is
Bone Tomahawk?
You watched Bone Tomahawk?
Yep.
I heard it was good.
Yeah, nuts.
Oh, I want to watch Bone Tomahawk. You had to pay for it, right?
Nope. It's free on Amazon Prime.
It is?
Yep.
I'm watching Bone Tomahawk. Oh, please review it. I'm so pumped to hear it.
All right.
Hey, Josh?
Yeah, boy. I mean, bro.
You mean dad?
Yeah, I'm your boy.
Josh, I am your father, and can you please give me
the shittiest Star Wars spoiler?
I just said it.
Spoiler,
sorry.
I am your father.
Can you please give me and Leo and all of the listeners and viewers a 3-word review of the movie Bone Tomahawk, starring Kurt Russell, followed by a Sexy Cat Meow.
Brutal. Low. Skills.
I'm going on record as saying this right now. That's the sexiest cat meow we've ever had.
That might be it. That might be the winner.
Wow.
Oh,
wow. Please explain yourself, sir.
So Brutal. That movie is unexpectedly violent.
Okay.
I had seen it because I was scrolling through Amazon Prime videos and I saw that. I had no idea what it was. It looked some straight to DVD, obviously, because I never saw a single preview in the trailer. And I was like, oh, okay. It looks like Kurt Russell just managed to do another movie before he changed his facial hair from April 8th.
Yeah, big fucking sweet mustache.
Yeah, so I was like, or he just lucked out and got a rock western facial hair for a while. But it was him, and I was like, I like Kurt Russell. I've never seen a movie that he's in and thought he was bad.
Right.
Sky High.
I can be seen as an extra in Sky High.
Oh, hell yeah.
Not a joke. Real thing.
You would have
watching that.
That's part of our day.
Holy shit.
I'm sure it's $2.99 on Amazon.
That's a superpower. You had superpowers.
I was one of the high school kids, yeah.
Whoa.
What was your power?
I could fuck.
Can I take a guess?
Period.
Seeing as that I've seen that movie and I didn't recognize him,
Yeah.
invisibility.
Okay, hilarious. Alright. You can
I was in that movie too.
It must be invisibility.
I was a principal.
Listen, I said it was an extra, okay?
I was the lead, but yeah, invisible powers.
Yeah, Josh was on screen the entire
There was a lot of
time.
people in that.
He was
Dave
invisible.
Foley, Bruce Campbell.
Yep.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Josh.
I gotta say, the movies. Yeah, so I remember seeing it when I was scrolling through on Amazon Prime, like the movies that were there.
Yeah.
And then one night on Twitter, Emily Gordon from Indoor Kids just tweeted, "Holy shit, Bone Tomahawk," and that's all she said.
Interesting.
And so people like commenting, does that mean good or bad?
Right.
And she's like, good. And people saying, yeah, you gotta watch it. And so I checked it out, and yeah, it has like the violence, like it's violence of like Hills Have Eyes, like just gory stuff,
Yeah. Huh.
like unexpected. And then what did I say? I said
You said brutal low skills.
low budge.
Oh, okay.
Because
Low
like
budge.
it was obvious.
looked beautiful.
Yeah, it
Some of the
looked
shots I
amazing.
saw.
That was just kind of ties in with skills. But like,
Got it.
like the fact, I ruined your joke. You ruined my. But like, it was obvious that they didn't have much money, like as the sets, because you never saw any like huge wide shots. It feel like any like they're like camping scenes. This is an old Western movie.
Right.
Like in the camping scenes, you could tell like okay, they just had that little 400 square feet of outdoor space to have like this little campfire scene.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see anything else.
Okay.
So you just tell like they didn't have as much to work with.
Sure.
But skills, because like it looked amazing. It was a very pretty looking film.
Nice.
And the acting was all good. It is my favorite performance of Richard Jenkins.
Oh, Richard Jenkins is in that?
He is hilarious.
He was pretty good in Step Brothers.
And he's funnier in this.
Okay.
He plays a very, very simple-minded man.
Oh,
He's
okay.
the backup deputy to Kurt Russell, the sheriff.
Okay.
And
Gotta
his
watch this, I'm so
character
excited.
is like, I was laughing the whole time, but like I totally bought this as a real person. He's just a slow
Yeah.
guy who's
That's awesome.
But he's not only is he not like the sharpest knife in the box, he's not even in the box. Like
Yeah.
he's just so dumb, but so like kind and nice, but it doesn't feel like some like overacting
Right.
thing, melodramatic character. It's
Yeah,
it's not
that's awesome.
it's not as extreme as like friggin' like Of Mice and Men. He's not Lenny.
Yeah.
But he's just a dumb guy who doesn't catch on to things quickly.
Sure.
And like he's comedic relief in the most subtle way throughout the whole movie of like this dark, crazy stuff happening.
Yeah.
But like he's like so sincere in his dumb like person. Like it's somehow it doesn't feel like out of place.
Acting, guys. When you crush acting, you don't overdo it. You just play it real, top of your intelligence. That's when really good.
I would say
stuff
like
happens.
there's some. It has some of the most violent things I've ever seen in a movie.
Okay.
But still, I would say like the thing that stands out is just Richard Jenkins' character. I thought it was so good.
Very excited to watch
So
this.
those are the skills, his acting skills, and the fact that they made a movie look really, really good,
Was
despite.
clearly a low budge.
Yeah.
Budget.
But they had some good. Yeah, Kurt Russell was in it. What's his Matthew Fox from Lost,
Oh, cool.
and
Patrick Wilson.
David Arquette and Patrick Wilson.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a pretty decent cast.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it
That
looked,
cast is decent.
and like it just looked like a cool Western movie, but then just like every now and then just some obscene violence.
I'm very pumped to watch it. You said that you.
Oh yeah, and the Meow. That was my impression of the
yeah.
bad guys.
Oh, okay.
There's some crazy
It all fits together,
tribal,
folks.
savage people who I guess they'll use dial-up.
Cannibalistic cave dwellers.
Yep. But they're like Native American. They're a tribe with no name and they don't speak. They only communicate through these haunting yells
Jeez.
that are made through. They wear like bones and stuff on their face, and that like a wind instrument makes the different like pitched yells of like how
Whoa.
and when people hear them in the distance, they like think it's some animal, but they can't identify what animal it is.
Right.
But it's just these crazy killers. That weird meow I did.
Damn, that was
I'm
good.
gonna watch it.
All right, Josh, I need you to
I'm gonna throw one.
throw it to me
Okay.
for Nathan for you,
Yeah, boy.
and I'm going even
In general? or-
deeper
Oh, okay.
and going a specific episode entitled The Hero.
Okay.
Leo.
Yes.
Could you give me a 3-word
review for Nathan for you, followed by a Sexy Cat Meow.
Of course I can. Kermit the Frog meets Nathan Fielder.
Yeah, that's a fine line. I mixed them both.
It's very simple. Watch this episode.
Watch this show first. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of season 3 yet, but I love this show so much.
Watch this episode.
Season 3, episode 8.
So, holy smokes, guys. Talk about a tour de force from beginning to middle to end. Just unbelievable.
In a half an hour episode, no less.
Yep. 22 minutes. Thank you, Hulu.
That's true.
Normally he does like 3, 4 maybe different businesses. This one he sticks with just one thing, one idea, and it is just incredible.
It says Nathan organizes a death-defying stunt in an attempt to turn a regular guy into a national hero.
Okay, that's a super spoiler there.
I mean, it seems so vague.
Yeah, just watch it. It's everything that takes place. If you like that episode, then you go back and watch the entire show, and you have so much amazing content.
He's
and
so damn funny.
Everything is like filmed around Los Feliz, so obviously his office is somewhere.
He loves it over here.
Yeah, so his office is somewhere over here.
Oh, that's great. I can
Brian, what do you got?
I honestly think that I haven't watched anything.
Cool.
Which is crazy to say in the past week. What I did Danish Girl last week, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got stress level 10 right now. That's understandable.
I'm on stress level 10.
You want to review your stress?
How do I do that?
How do I sum that up?
What about? You know what? Can I just? How about I review my trip to the wilderness?
Oh, that's a good one.
Didn't even talk about it.
Yeah. How about that? That'd be good.
Brian.
Yes, Leo?
Can you somehow, please sum up in just 3 words the entire beauty of Sequoia National Park in Yosemite? Your trip there, followed by a sexy cat meow that can... if someone's at the canopy of a sequoia tree, the person at the base is doing the sexy cat meow, and the person in the canopy has to be able to hear it.
Oh my god. I don't know if I can do that.
Please.
But I have an idea. Okay. Yes, the answer is yes. Awesome. Exhausting.
Brian's a poet. Sequoia and Yosemite, just awesome.
Hold for that.
I know.
Hold for that.
Delicious.
Awesome, rad, and have you been? Just like,
what did I say? Awesome and
no
exhausting?
one. Yeah, I was gonna say no one's in here.
No one helped him.
You said tree.
Yeah. Tree.
Here comes the real killer. This is the one that's gonna literally make. That's why they say send poets and to space.
God.
All right. Done. Great one.
Done. No explanation needed. No meow needed.
And here's my meow that somebody could hear at the top of the canopy of a sequoia tree if the person meowing was at the base of the sequoia tree. Meow. Out.
Nice.
Solid.
Yeah.
Damn. I would have gone a very different
The pop round is kicking in. I'm pretty mellow right now, so I didn't want to yell too much.
I would have gone a very different direction.
So I knew that I was going to get some shit for awesome, but I specifically use that word because it is obviously such a...
I'm just kidding.
No, but like awesome is, and I personally do use it way too much, but it has become, of course, just this word you say for anything that's cool.
Synonymous, yes.
However, if you look up the true meaning of awesome, it is exactly what being in the middle of nature is like. Just unbelievably
Fills you with awe.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's awe. You sit there, and then some.
Awesome.
It fills you with some awe. No, but I feel lucky enough to have been in many really wonderful places in my life, and this is one of those places where you are just somewhere, and we were alone too. A lot of people don't go there in the winter, so we were very often by ourselves in the middle of places called the Giant Forest, for example. Just insane.
I'm jealous because it was packed when we went there. It was like tourist season.
Yeah, right. And the summer's like that apparently. But so it would just be literally just me and Chad and Joey are the three that went, and we would have just cross country skied into the middle of the Giant Forest. Nobody else is around. Yeah. These fucking trees are insanely huge. They're so crazy. It's just like, guys, cool it. You're crazy.
We'll never know what happened in the middle of those woods.
No, never, ever. It just like is the true definition of awesome. Second is exhausting because we cross country skied, which none of us had done. It was the first time we did that, and it is a nice little workout, especially since we could have parked at the bottom of some of these monuments highlights, but instead we parked far away and skied to them.
You know who loves that type of skiing?
Cross country skiing?
Yeah. Who? The rapper B.O.B. Does he thinks the Earth is flat, and so everywhere he goes, just cross country skiing because it's just one big flat thing.
B.O.B. thinks the Earth is flat?
Yeah. That was a huge thing that happened in the news.
Oh my god.
Twitter news. But yeah, he thinks the Earth is flat.
He has a rap about the Earth being flat.
And he thinks NASA's pictures are all fake, and why can't you see the stars from space and all this stuff. But yeah,
This is very sad.
And he also thinks that the world has clone factories where they clone humans.
Yeah. Neil deGrasse Tyson laid him out though, so it was awesome.
Yeah, with a rap.
Is on some drugs. And then the second day we hiked to the top of Yosemite Falls, which is an elevation of 6,500 feet, and it was very cold, and the mountains were covered in snow and ice, so it was actually a pretty crazy, treacherous hike, and it was just the switchbacks getting up there. I mean, my legs were on fire, just gelling.
Imagine, yeah.
So it was extremely exhausting, but I mean, completely worth it, obviously. And then you sort of set me up to say God, but in a way it's true. But it's funny for me when I'm in situations like that, I realize that in my opinion anyway, that's what God is. The idea of what God is, not a person or anything, but the true awesomeness of nature. And we had a mini avalanche fall on us.
What?
This is a real story.
Whoa!
we were as we were hiking up at the beginning, we started hearing and seeing in the distance alongside one of the giant walls of the mountain snow. Yeah.
For those listening, I made a finger in the butt.
It was sort of a finger in the butt.
Yeah.
Gay thing.
Or straight thing, whatever. Some people like it in the butt.
But yeah, so in review, if you haven't been there, listeners, I would say please go. I'm excited to go back when it's not cold and see what that hike's like then, and just see what the whole experience is when it's warm. But man, it's just a beautiful. You see the way that the Earth is shaped when you're not in the city, and just the giant mountains and the valley, and it's just you can't even comprehend what the whole thing looks like. It makes you just go wow, we're so tiny. Of course. Yo, can I get one of those? Josh brought some gummy worms, and I'm real excited.
And I'm real excited.
I'll watch something for next week. So.
I feel like nature is probably better than sitting at home and watching something anyway. So good on you.
It was cool.
So good on you. I'm glad you're okay. Glad you're not dead.
Thank you. And it just made me want to really go camping with you guys, so we got to do that.
Rest in police.
Hell yes, rest in police, Chad.
I'm alive. Chad's dead.
Yeah, in this Drew universe that we're living in.
The Drew universe.
All right, guys. Well, for Probably Sounds Awful podcast episode 17 that we're not sure about, so we'll check the numbers later. I am Leo Albert Kovalik Jr. You can find me on Twitter, tweeting about once every 2 weeks. I'm at Kovalik317, and you can find me kind of Twitch, probably the same thing, maybe once a week randomly. Twitch.tv/Kovalik317.
And I am Josh Patton. I'm on Twitter at Patton_Josh, and I'm on Twitch.tv/PrimordialBooze, and I'm also another Twitter at Kovalik217.
Check that out.
Definitely check that
one out. Oh my god, please check that out. My name is Brian Colbert Kennedy. You can check me out on Twitter at _BPCK. And on my website, iambck.com. You can actually also type in BrianColbertKennedy.com and it will take you there. But you cannot type in bpck.com because that is owned by somebody and I don't know how much I have to buy it for.
Speaking of .coms,
Yeah.
I got the WiltonWay.com working again.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, guys, please go to thewiltonway.com and watch all of our Wilton Way videos. They're really fun and funny.
Go to thewiltonway.com. Maybe there's a way we can link it through Normally Normal at some
We
point.
definitely can and should.
Put like a link or something like that on there. So yeah, go either to www.normallynormal.com. Thank you for our Glover for writing in.
Thank you very much, Lauren.
Super
We do love
excited.
you.
If you send gifts, I promise you I won't send money, but I will send kisses through the mail.
If you send gifts, I promise I will eat it no matter if it's an edible gift or not.
Yep.
If you send us gifts, we thank you and we hope that you think we sound better this episode.
Yep.
And I will
I hope I
send you real
still sound
kisses through
perfect.
the mail.
And if not, I'll take some Flonase and Brian and I will
We'll just shoot each other up the nose with it
shoot each other up the nose
for
with
a
it.
couple hours.
Well, for those watching on Twitch and for those listening, for Probably Sounds Awful Podcast episode 17, bye. See ya.
Yeah, see ya.
I'm using that.
Loved it. I got bubbly at the end. I'm not sure where
See
that
ya.
came from. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta do see you in an Australian accent. Wait. Oh, I'll not say ya. Nope.
I'm so glad I kept.
On the border.
Putting something on the board.
So glad I kept that rolling.
Did not book that commercial, guys. No big deal.
Use that one. All right, hold on, guys. I have something in Australian accent. See ya. No.
No. Putting something under. Putting something under.
It's so dumb.
That's dumb. I love it.
Way dumb. It's when we. That is the pinnacle, high Twitch, video games, of when we decided to go from. Okay. Is when we decided to go from like, all right, listen, filmed, like written film.
Oh, yeah.
Written film to like, what do we got? How about you stand by that corkboard and I'll walk up to you. Okay.
Roll it.
Roll it. Sometimes they were gold. Sometimes they were train talk.
We had some good ones and some bad ones, sure.
Sometimes they were a loser.
Oh man, I love it because we put up. No matter what it was, we put it up anyway. That's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's what the internet's missing these days.
We gotta make videos, guys.
Okay, thanks for watching. I don't know if you're still there, but
I'm counting like 6 more times.
yeah, yeah, it's a lot. I love the gift.
Yeah, a lot to say. What do you say?
Let's answer all those questions now. No, you're just curious about like our what we use.
Oh, nice.
Just kind of commenting on things.
If you're watching,
nice
I know it, okay? I just saw on our side, I can only see the amount of comments coming in.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them.
So I thought Lee was having a full conversation. I want to know what it was.
No, just right back every now and then. All right, guys. Well, we're about ready to do real quick. We're going to do episode 100 right now.
Whoa.
So continue watching for episode 100. We're back now. Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 100. We're going to talk about religion.